Hey, you guys, it's yours truly, Lordblueeyes, FrankieG. Mwah. I love you guys. Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. Let me see what is going on. Let's see if it shows the comments. No, let's see what's going on. I want to see my comments, man. Where is my chat? Where is it? I don't see it on my thing, but bear with me for a moment, guys. Why is my chat not showing on stream, y'all? That is so crazy. Crazy. All right, hold on, guys. I got chat over here, though, but I wanted it to be in my StreamYard, which for some reason it's not working. But hey, welcome to Canada. How are you? Hey, what's up, Classic? Hello. I can't hear or see anything. Can you hear me now? There you are. Yeah, there we go. It was music. Music was playing. I don't know if you guys could hear the music, though, because with StreamYards, I guess it didn't connect or pick it up. There you go. Now my chat's working. I feel like I'm like way close, guys. This is like driving me nuts. I can't get away, get away. I'm going to back all the way up. Let's sit back here. But welcome. How is everyone? I'm good. Ray, how are you? Hey, hey, hey. This is so more my speed. Welcome, Ray. Welcome to Discord as well. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Yeah, so I figured I would just chill tonight. I had a rough week, guys. Not to be like whatever, but had a pretty rough week, and I hadn't been streaming or doing anything. I did a stream Saturday with my daughter. We played some Minecraft, which was fun. So if you haven't checked that video out, go check it out. It was actually a good time until the end when she made me mad. Then I wanted to ground her, but that's a 13-year-old for you. She attacked me, and my dog attacked her and killed her. So then she killed my dog, and it was just my dog attacked her dog and killed her dog. So then she killed my dog. But yeah, so it's been like a kind of a crazy week, guys. I'm trying to see. Okay, I got 4 people watching. Welcome, everybody. And let me see if I can use, let me see. Let me do a reward real quick. Bam. Let's see if that works. I have, what's it called up? Fussbot. So I was like, maybe we could do some questions. Maybe I could throw some true false. People want to get on the panel, we could talk. I will put the link in just a second. But what I was saying was, I had kind of a rough week. I was kind of like the holidays were coming around, and it started hitting me pretty hard with losing my mom this year and her battle with cancer. So I had a difficult week, the week of Halloween. That was the week we found out last year that she had cancer. And honestly, to be perfectly honest with you guys, from that point on, the year has been just really bad, like one bad thing after another. I mean, I still feel blessed, but there's been a lot of difficulties. I lost, so lady lost her job, but she got a new one, so we were blessed there. She actually got a better job, so we got blessed. But that was around Halloween. Then Halloween, found out my mom had cancer. Then my mom got tremors, which were really bad, and she got it was debilitating. And then my grandfather passed away. Then my son got deployed to the Middle East. Then he got pneumonia and was in the hospital for 2 weeks overseas. Then he came back and he had to be treated. Then then my grandfather died. I don't know if I said that. And then my ex-father-in-law passed away. And then my mom passed away. Which one happened first? Yeah. Then my mom passed away. And then I just found out that my ex-uncle-in-law passed away, which was sad. Wasn't real close though, but that was kind of sad. And then this week we had to put our dog down. My favorite dog I've ever had in my life, my favorite pet probably ever, other than my one cat I had years ago. It meant a lot to me because this is going to sound silly and I don't want to sound like all lame or whatever, but when I was a little kid, for Christmas one year. I don't know how old I was. I was like 8 or 9 or 10 or something around there. I wanted a stuffed animal. It was the biggest gift I wanted, right? And I wanted it to be a dog. And my mom got me a dog for Christmas, like a stuffed dog. And it was like a beigey white dog, and it was fluffy. And I still have that dog. It's in not great shape, but it's in a bag in a box put away. And then yeah, Canada, I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. And hey, hi Jinx, what's up, buddy? What's up, my brother? So my mom got me that dog, and then my mom passed away this year. And my dog that we put down, her name is Sunny. We got her specifically because she looked like my stuffed animal. I mean, it sounds silly, but it's the truth. And it's just kind of sad that in the same year, both of them passed. And, my mom was the one that got me it. And that's the reason why we got the dog, that particular dog. So, but thank you, Ray. Thank you. But that's enough of that. Like I said, I was just having a rough week. I was thinking about my mom a lot last week. And then this happened. And I just wasn't up for streaming or even really being in too many chats or anything. I tried to jump in some Saturday night while I was playing Fortnite by myself after I played with some friends. But enough of that. This is for us to get lifted up and be happy and cheery. And I'm looking forward to having people pop into the panel. Hopefully, fingers crossed, people will join. And we can have some fun. Maybe we can ask some true false questions or something. And people can get some hearts for everyone. Thanks. I appreciate that, Classic. Oh, thanks, Ray. It's okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, it actually, it hit Lady really hard. And, I feel for her because they were super close. And, I was super close to Sunny too, but that was like one of Lady's babies. We call her our fur babies. Yeah. So, but I love you guys. Thank you so much. God, I got to trim my fingernails. They grow so fast, guys. I just trimmed them like a couple days ago. They just grow really fast. I had that conversation on another stream. But okay, I'm going to grab the invite. I'm going to make a copy. I'm going to pop it in here. There you go. So now anybody can join. If you want to join the chat, you can. If you want to be a part of stream, you don't have to have a camera. All you need is a mic. And so when you go to StreamYards, when you click on the link, it's going to ask you, probably have to do an email. I can't remember now. And then you set that up. And then once you get in there, it'll ask you which mic you want to connect to. So whatever mic you're using, you just click on it because it'll give you the options. You just click on your mic. If you have a camera, you click on your camera. Whatever it is, and you just boop, it puts you right into my waiting room, and then I pop you in. So there we go. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Ray. Your mom has dementia. Oh. Another friend of mine, his mom is dealing with that too. It's very sad. I had a grandfather that had it, and yeah, I can totally understand. It's very, very difficult. Mob. Oh, what's up? We got Mob the Wolf. Hey, what's up, Wolf? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Psycho Manus, welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you? Psycho Manus is one of my other Fortnite buddies. He's running with the mullet squad right now. It's pretty cool. He's got a really awesome channel. So does Ray. Ray has a fantastic channel. If you're into crafting, it is amazing. A lot of good people in that community. And of course, we all know Hijinks. Hijinks is my brother from another mother. He is a neighborly friend who lives about a half hour away. And we've actually done things together. He's a really cool dude. Absolutely love the dude. I'm here for you, Lord. Losses are hard, and so is life, but you are a champ. With each step you take, you throw one punch, only dealing with what's in front of you, and you'll always make it through. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm always here for you. I just woke up from my nap and hopped on here. I appreciate it, Hijinks. Thank you, my friend. I just noticed everywhere I go, Canadian is mod everywhere. Yeah, right. She is. She's YouTube's generic mod. I guess she's everywhere. I don't have a mic, otherwise I would join. No worries, classic. My grandma had lung cancer, died last year. Oh, I'm so sorry, Wolf. Yeah, it's tough. My one grandmother passed with lung cancer a long time ago, though. When I was when I was young, um, she was awesome. She let me spend the night. I told the story before. She let me spend the night, and we watched a horror movie together. It was pretty awesome. Oh, I got somebody coming. I got somebody coming. Hey, Ray, how are you?
Hey,
Welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm relaxing,
Just relaxing.
waiting on my hubby to get here.
Oh, okay. Is he bringing supper?
Probably not. We'll
Nah.
probably just eat something here.
Oh, okay. Man, you got to tell him bring you something good.
Yeah. Usually towards the weekend. Try to eat at home during the week.
Oh, that's smart. I'm too lazy to eat at home, so I order out all the time. That's no wonder I'm poor. I spend all my money buying food
Don't.
and going
Oh,
out.
here.
Uh-oh. We have another person popping in, and he's an imposter, guys.
An imposter.
Yeah, he's an imposter. Wait till you see his name. There he is, the imposter.
Did
He
it
called
pop it?
himself the real Lord Blue-eyes. But
It says the real Lordblueeyes / FrankieG bow to me
bow to me. Oh my God, does it
because
say
I'm
all
the
that?
real deal.
Oh my God. I would never tell somebody to bow to me, so you know it's not real. So, Ray, this is Hijinks. Hijinks, this is Ray. I'm like moving my mouse
Hello.
over like you guys can see that. So,
Wasn't he the one from the other day or Halloween?
yes, without the makeup this time.
He was the pygmy head or whatever it was, the shrunken head.
He was
Drunken.
he was from Misfits, the group. He had the face
Oh.
makeup from that. So yeah.
I thought
Uh,
he was from Beetlejuice. I thought he was one of the shrunken heads.
it kind of looked like that from afar. No offense, hijinks.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm.
I wanted to hop on and show off the name, but I'll be in your chat, Lord. I
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
show off who the real Lord Blue Eye was.
It actually cuts part of the name off, though. All I see is the real Lord Blue Y.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry.
He needs to put the eyeball on there instead of the word eye.
Right. So what do you got going on other than that? You just waiting for your hubby? Are you
Well,
doing
we were supposed to go on today, and my hair is just jacked. I was
That's why I'm wearing a
supposed to
hat.
We were supposed to go on today, but supposedly for me it doesn't work like it does on Mandy's. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I have an iPhone, and you can set it all for desktop, and it still won't go through like a desktop. It's still
Really?
like it's phone. So it doesn't hook. It keeps telling you that you can't get in unless you do it through the computer. So
Huh.
I was like, I messed with it for like an hour and a half, and I was like, F it. I'm done.
Man, that sucks. I know Yvonne was trying to get on at some point, but hers kept messing up too, it looked like. And um, I kept getting like a notification. I would click on it and it would be like unable to get the video. And I was like, oh, geez. Oh, there's
That's
Mandy speaking of the devil. Look who just popped in. Hey, hey,
that's
hey.
because that's because YouTube was having problems. There was a lot of people trying to get on and couldn't get on.
Oh, wow. That sucks. A lot of traffic or something, or maybe they were doing some sort of update or something.
Yeah, I said, well, they're probably just trying to take all of our mods away. I mean, our subs away. I said we're going to get a mass purge here soon.
Yeah, I lost one today, but I don't know if it was from YouTube or if it was from just somebody being whatever, because I uploaded those little snippet things that I did, and somebody disliked one of them, and then I lost the sub, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I didn't like that. So, like, whatever.
I thought they were hilarious.
I
I
thought they
thought the
were funny.
chicken was cuter than Mr.
Mr. Trump.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe that's why they.
No, they actually dislike the chicken. Well, I think it's, I don't know if it's a chicken or a turkey. I think it's a turkey, but I was like, all right. I was trying to figure out something to do real quick. Hold on one second. Let me say I see something. I think Mob was saying something about their family, and I just wanted to give my condolences and tell them that I'm really sorry for what happened, because they just got really sad that they lost some family members within a couple months. I'm really sorry to hear that, Wolf. My heart goes out to you and my prayers. Absolutely. And then my bobblehead buddies in here. And but yeah, I think it was a turkey. But my point of it was like I'm okay. So I'm on the road to 1,000, hopefully. And I don't know if I get there, I get there. If I don't, I don't. But I'm trying to think of something to do for the 1,000. And I was thinking like, I saw a video where somebody's going to do a cake or a pie to the face, and then I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll smash eggs on my head or something. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. So me and my daughter were playing on the phone, and we found an app that does the face thing, like almost like what you did for your 10 questions. So I was like, we were playing with it, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I was like, I'll do one of those for my road to 1,000, and it'll be real short, whatever. Because I don't know how to edit. I couldn't do a bunch and edit them together. I don't know how to do that. So, so I thought, yeah, I just throw those up there. Frankie, you and Ray are racing to 1K. Woo, woo. Absolutely. I'll lose.
Far behind you.
I'll lose. You'll win.
Let me see how many I got.
Just missed them. One of them was my dad. Oh, Wolf, I'm really sorry to hear that about your dad. And Classic's doing genuinely fine. Oh, those snippets were great. Thanks, Mandy. I appreciate that. And I have to say, Canada, you are the best mod. That's why you're probably modding everybody's channel. She is like, ooh, she's like a bulldog, man. You can't mess around. She'll be all over you. That's why I call her my manager. So like if you go back into Discord where we welcomed you in, Ray, you'll see that there's she like welcomes everybody, and she's like, make sure you read the rules. She's my manager. I think we lost you. We lost Ray. Uh-oh. Her thing froze. I should be quiet due to making y'all sad. Well, if it's okay, we're here for you. Absolutely. I'm here for everybody. And guys, also, if you want, join the Discord. If you need to talk, you can join my Discord. I'm there for you guys. If you want to talk, if you need anything. Oh, we lost her. You know, I'm absolutely, you know, my heart goes out to everybody. And if you need anything, just let me know. Martin, I believe Frankie, I'm the MVP mod in 7 channels. Because Mandy, you got to be here. I love you, but you got to be here. I can make you mod if you want to be here. But you're always streaming when I'm streaming, so I don't bother you. She will be back. Cool. I don't need rules. I just guess what they are. Well, yeah. You do that with Canada, and Canada will kick you. She will like not play. There we go. Ray's back. Welcome back.
I'm back.
Oh, no sound. There you go. There it goes.
I have 749.
Ooh, 749? Dang, you're kicking butt.
I'm creeping up on you.
Hey, you. Well, when did you start your channel?
It's been started like this will be going on like my 3rd year.
Oh, okay. But you're getting.
But I didn't push. I didn't have any intentions of ever doing anything with it.
Right. But you're real active now, and you're growing like crazy. I see it on like every week. I see you jumping up and up and up, and I'm like, whoa. Yeah, I got discouraged. To be honest, I had. I'll try to be here on Chit and Chats, but I can't do games. Lol. Whatever, Mandy. You're missing out on some funny stuff with the games, but it's okay. I understand it. Not everything's for everybody. When I started my channel now almost 2 years ago, and for like the first 5-6 months, I didn't do anything. I think I threw up 2 videos like the first month, and that was it, right? And then I didn't do anything for like 4 or 5 months, and then I got on, and for like I was nonstop after that until. So that was in January, February. I was nonstop all the way until October. And then in October, I started slowing down. I was working 2 jobs, and then all that stuff happened that I was talking about in the beginning of my stream. And that's when all that started. And then I cut out a lot of my streaming. So I was only doing like maybe 1 a night or 1 a week or 1 every couple of weeks. And then around March, I think it was around March, I stopped completely. And I didn't get back on until the summer, like the end of summer. So, but it was kind of discouraging because I would grow and then I would stop, and then I would start losing subs like every day. I was losing like 2 to 5 subs every day. And there was a couple days where I lost almost 10. And I'm like, what the heck's going on? And this is when I was actually streaming normal. And ever since then, I lose. If I don't stream every single day, I lose. Not every day, but almost every day. It has to be at least a few times a week. I'll lose subs like that. So it's a lot of work. Yeah, absolutely. Ray has an excellent channel. So if you guys are into crafting, definitely go check her out. I've been checking you and the one with you and Yvonne out, but it's like 3.5 hours long. So I watch parts of it at a time, and then I go back to it and watch another like a half hour. And then I go back to
ain't
it.
nothing like Mandy's. We don't go for no 24 hours.
God, yeah. I tried to watch one of hers. She had that 8-hour one just the other day, and I was like, oh my God. Like I watched as much as I could, or I at least listen to it when I'm doing stuff. And I'm like,
it was crazy. She was on 24 hours, and I went on 2 times during that.
Oh my God. Yeah, I saw you pop in a couple of times.
Yeah.
Hey, gamer, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I heard some of the conversations. I was like, is who? Yeah, Mandy's in there.
Tell her, get her ass up here.
I know. Mandy, get on in there. She don't listen. If anybody wants to join, you guys are more than welcome to join. Let me put the link back in. She might not have been here when I sent the link, but anybody is welcome to join. Let me put that back in there. There's the link. It goes to StreamYard, and also come join us in Discord. Hey, you know what, Ray? Mandy has no excuse now for not joining Discord. Uh-oh, we lost Ray again. Yeah, Mandy, you have no excuse for not joining Discord. Ray joined it. How you doing, Matuna? I hope you're having a wonderful night. What's odd? Hold on. What is KBBYWYC? I'm confused. Canada is the best. Yes, she is. And the country is amazing. Oh, okay. Is that what you meant? Send me a link to join the stream. Boop, boop. I just put it in, so everybody is welcome. Hey, welcome.
Hey,
how you
what's
doing?
going on?
Not much. Just hey guys, this is Mandy. She is in the chat right now. Now she is on the channel. Woo!
Yay! Yeah, I had to leave the chat. I don't have my tablet in here with me, so.
So you can't multitask.
And well, I usually can, but I don't want to go in the other room. I'm just too lazy.
So how's it going?
It's good. It's good. How are you?
I'm good. I figured you'd be still sleeping. You know, all those late night. Yeah.
I only sleep 4 hours a night. I can't sleep with my back. I sleep sitting up on the couch, and I sleep for like an hour to 2 hours at a time. And then I'm up for an hour to 2 hours, and I'm back down for an hour to 2 hours, and then I'm good.
That's crazy. I used to be able to do that. Now I'm too old. It's like at this age, I'm like, nope. I need sleep, and I'm finding out that I need like even more sleep. So it's like I used to be able to. Well, I had insomnia when I was younger, and then I got used to getting only a few hours sleep, like 4 hours sleep almost every night was okay. 6 hours was really good. If I got 8 hours, man, it was like whoa.
Right.
So like on up until probably about a year or two ago, I was always up to like midnight, 1 o'clock, even when I work, and getting up at 6 in the morning, and it never bothered me. But the last 2 years, it's like, whoa, I'm getting earlier and earlier and earlier. And now it's like, I'm falling asleep at 10 o'clock. And I'm like, unless I'm doing stuff, I'm falling asleep. So
Are you turning into an old man?
I am absolutely turning into an old maid. Me and Lady have been going. We're like, when we go out now, we're like, oh, let's beat the crowd. Let's go to the early bird special time.
Right.
Like, and we go to matinee movies now. We're just like, we're cheap and we're going early.
Yep. Get home before the young crowd starts getting out, right?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I can't stand. I love going to the movies. Right, the movies are like, other than going out to eat, the movies are my favorite thing to do, and I can't stand going to Friday and Saturday night movies anymore because of the no offense to young people in the chat, but the young people at the theaters, because they tend to be very disrespectful.
Right.
And it's rough. You can't enjoy the movie. And I'm like, dude, why would you pay at this rate? It's like $18 a ticket, and it's you and a friend, and you're spending all this money to get in, and you're buying junk, and you're being loud as can be. You're not even watching the movie. It's crazy. I don't get it.
I won't even pay movie prices, so I don't go to the movies anymore. That's how old I am.
Oh, okay. We got Ray back. She's saying knock knock. I had it.
There we go.
Classic Cars is in now, but his mic's
muted.
I
can see chat. I can see chat. Sorry. Hi, Shelly.
StreamYard.
I had to pull up my other phone.
Oh, okay. Candace's like, why do you keep leaving Ray? Because she just her thing keeps disconnecting.
Yeah, I bounced out.
Wolf, you're the youngest one here. Oh, I'm 900 years old. Yes, I am 900 years old. That's the running joke. I told everybody when they were asking me how old I was, I told them I'm a 900-year-old vampire. I got the gray to prove it. This is silver, not gray, guys. It's silver. Okay. I think we got a dead mouse in our laundry room. I don't know where.
Dead mouse?
I think so. I think
Oh no.
Is he back there playing rage music on you?
Who's playing rage music?
Dead mouse?
Oh, maybe. No, it's for real though. It's like it started yesterday. It's like, ooh, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere.
He's having a mouse rave in the back there.
Yeah, Mickey's back there, and Mighty Mouse is back there, and they're just partying. Minnie,
man, a rock star.
Yeah, man. They're having a lot of fun. Classic, your mic's muted, bro. That was Lady. She's giving me.
Hi, Lady Lord.
Hey, they all said hi, Lady.
Get funky.
She says hi back. She was waving. It says hi back. Yeah, everybody can hear you if you say something. Yeah, you need to have a mic. Silver Fox. Don't call me a silver fox. Oh, am I? Yeah, I am a fox. No, I'm not. Just kidding. Totally kidding.
We don't want to hear it.
Silver Fox. Right? It's too expensive to go to the movies. I can't just to go and get a drink or a thing of popcorn or something and just two people. It's like, I can't afford that.
Oh, tell me about it. But I have to buy popcorn and get a drink though. I can't go to a movie without it. It's like, why go if I can't have my popcorn? And I get the big one because I take it home and then I eat it when I'm home. So
yeah, we do movie nights at home, and then we can have kicks too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just go get slushies. Slushies at the
store,
wave, and we're good.
Yeah, I always thought we'd get candy at the store.
Yeah, see, that's smart. That's real smart. I tried to do something like that once, and I went to open up the bag, and it shot all over the floor, and I was like, ugh. And then you hear the can, and I'm like, oh. When you get busted, you got to get the bottle so nobody can hear it.
Right.
Yeah, but I have to get that if I go to the movies. I can't not get, even if I go out and eat like a big dinner and then we go to the movies right after, I still got to get the popcorn. Even if I'm full, I'm like, I got to get the popcorn.
You said poor Classic. Is he there?
He's bouncing in and out, I think, but he he's muted, but I thought he said he didn't have a mic connected. So I don't know.
And he has a black screen too.
Everything. Because I said I'm a fox. I am far from that. I sneak my food into movies. Wolf says,
Hey, foxy lady.
Foxy lady. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I don't eat Raisinets anymore. Raisinets are one of my favorites, but I don't eat them anymore because this happened to me. Raisinets tend to have like little chocolate balls in the box. Sometimes it's just chocolate, right? Because I don't know why, but sometimes they're in there, like itty bitty things. So when you go to like pour the Raisinets into your hand, sometimes those little pieces of chocolate roll out and then roll off your hand, and then they roll onto the seat or onto your clothes. And the last thing you want to do is walk out with melted chocolate on your drawers, because then it's just going to look bad. So I'm like, no chocolate. If I get the Raisinets, I'll wait until after the movie. But we do movie nights here, me and Lady, all the time. In fact, I'm like kind of like an old soul, so we watch a lot of like old classic movies and black and white movies and things of that nature. And
Sweet. So do I.
It's awesome. I love it.
Turner Classic.
Oh yeah, Turner Classic's awesome.
Is my jam.
It's awesome. We watch a ton of stuff off of there. And over the summer, we had put up a gazebo on our deck, and we put like this furniture out there and everything. And we have these lights, and it's really pretty, and a fan, and you could screen it all in. And we did that. And then I had like a Surface Pro. So I took the Surface Pro and we watched like old movies out there while we chilled, like a drive-in theater. It was like really cool. So we got to watch them outside. It was cool.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite movie?
All right. Is one too hard?
What was that?
Because it might be. Is one too hard to pick?
Out of my favorite movies of all time? I know I have a favorite movie of all time. It's believe it or not, It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart.
Oh my God.
I absolutely love Christmas. I absolutely love Jimmy Stewart, and I absolutely love everything about that movie. So yeah, I'm a dweeb. I'm a nerd when it comes to stuff like that.
All right.
My whole group makes fun of me.
I've got a couple.
Do you? What do you like?
Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Oh, that's good.
I like The Great Gatsby. I like A Dinner at 6.
You guys could totally do a movie review collab. Like Ray watches movies crazy like you do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love movies.
And music too.
A lot more than I have though. That's
Life with Baby. That's Grant and
Grant's awesome. We watched a bunch of his
Hepburn movie.
Yeah.
That's about a lion that gets away. It's supposed to be tame, but he's not. They think he is. That's a really good one. Philadelphia Story is really good.
Philadelphia Story is absolutely amazing. I love that movie. In fact, about a year ago, they were showing it at our movie theater. 2 years ago, they were showing it at our movie theater, and I took Lady to go see it. It was really cool. So we got to actually go to the movies to go watch it. So it was awesome. But it's got Jimmy Stewart and Cary Grant in it, so you can't go wrong. So
yeah. I like The Maltese Falcon.
The Maltese Falcon. That's a good movie. I actually have that on DVD. An old movie to you is The Mist. Yeah, well, that's because you're young. My kids, like I have a son, he's 20. He's going to be 21 in a couple months. And then I have a daughter who is 13, and I can't get them to watch a black and white movie to save my life. They would be like, no. They hate it.
I can't get my daughter to watch anything on TV that I watch.
Oh, yeah.
Like she'll come out here split second and she'll be like, what, Mom? Watch this show. Okay. Is that
it's so boring?
Yeah. That's what they're like, it's boring.
And she's 16. She'll be 17 in December.
Well, I had my son, when he was about 12 or 13, right? I had him watch a movie that I watched when I was that age, and it was called The Last Starfighter. and he was watching it, and I'm like loving it, and I'm like, oh, I'm sharing this movie with my son. He's the same age I was when I watched it, and he's like, Dad, do you think that looked real? Because that looks horrible. And I'm like, oh my God, the CGI kids, like you can't watch any old natural special effects with the floating ship on a string with the laser beams, because they'll be like, that's horrible.
Right.
Right.
You know what? I've never seen all of Gone with the Wind. I've seen it in parts. Is that what that
Really
was?
good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've only seen it in
Sure.
parts.
Blood Digger is here. Hello, Blood Digger.
Blood, what is up, my friend? Welcome to the stream.
I got this Let's Black Friday from Walmart for $1.
For $1.
And I got this one because these are some of my really favorite ones too. It's a Jean Harlow one. It's like some of her great movies.
See, when I see those, I try to buy them too, like the 4-pack of the classics. I don't have that one though. I have a couple, and I bought a bunch of Charlie Chan movies because I love Charlie Chan. my group makes fun of me too because late at night when I want to go to sleep and I want to relax, like say I've been playing a video game and I need to unwind, what I'll do is a lot of times I'll go to my room and Lady's already in bed, so I'll put my headphones on and I'll put a Charlie Chan movie on my phone because it's an old black and white movie, and I'll watch it until I start to fall asleep because it calms me down, and I really enjoy them because my dad and me used to watch them when I was a kid, so it's like one of those things I enjoy.
Right. I got an old movie. It's from the 80s, so it's not black and white old.
Now you sound like Wolf. I have an old movie. It's Jaws.
It's not. I mean, seriously, I didn't find it until like 6 or 7 years ago. I came across it, and Nicolas Cage is in it, and Deborah something is in it. But it's called Valley Girl.
I just watched Valley Girl last week. I absolutely love Valley Girl. I do not have it on DVD. I want to get it on DVD. I absolutely love that movie.
Me too. I used to watch replay. My husband hated it. He's like, "Are you seriously watching this movie again?" Yes, I am.
It's Nicolas Cage, probably his best movie ever because he sucks as an actor. But that movie is so. Oh my God! And what's her name? She's in all the horror movies now, but she played her friend.
She was supposed to be the Valley Girl. Oh no! I know who you're talking about.
But one of the what's it called? Cartoons.
Yeah. Shoot. She plays the voice of Chucky.
Yes.
What's the cartoon?
Because with an R, doesn't it? The cartoon.
Rugrats.
Yes. I actually love her, and she actually used to sing too. And if you ever see Better Off Dead with John Cusack, who's one of my favorite actors, she sings at their dance. She actually sings the theme song to the movie, and I'm like, well, I love her. But that movie is.
I haven't seen it.
That movie's
That's good. It reminds me of when I was younger. Like it takes me back to like when I first got my license and I was out hanging out with all my friends, and I wasn't a Valley Girl by any means. I played pool at a pool hall with a bunch of guys. So I was like more in his scene than I was in her scene, you know, it just takes me back. So I really like it.
That's awesome. I remember my sister having the, she had the soundtrack, but back then it was on 33. So she had that album. We used to play it on the record player. So, but one of my all-time favorite songs is from I'll Stop the World and Melt with You. I like one of my favorite songs. Absolutely love it.
Yep.
She's a great movie. Yes, that is a good movie. I remember that from when I was a kid. I watched that.
And when they play that song, that's like when they're having the time of their life, you know, going and to the movies and to eat and all of that stuff. It's the best. I just like it.
So have you seen Wild at Heart, where he's like Elvis?
Did I see that?
And he's with the
Nicolas Cage?
The Dunn. Lauren Dunn.
Was that the one? I thought that was oh no, I'm thinking of something else.
It's Wild at Heart.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one. I don't I don't really care for Nicolas Cage too much, to be honest. I think
Why am I having a brain fart?
they need
What's
to
the
make
movie that he's in with John Cusack?
that he made with John Cusack.
Yeah, that Nicolas Cage was in. Weren't they in one together?
I don't remember.
Pull out.
Ooh,
Oh my goodness. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. I just had it.
I like older movies sometimes. I am a rare teenager. Well, that's great. You know what? I tell my kids all the time. I said you need to kind of experience all of it, and it makes you a more rounded person, and you'll enjoy things better. Like I absolutely love old movies because it was so much simpler and the dialogue was so better. Like I don't know, there's a way about those movies that are really good.
Why can't I like get it in the camera?
Was that? Oh, okay. I might have to
Yeah.
check that out because young Nicolas Cage I might like. I think him, Ron Perlman, and Al Pacino should do a movie together as like the worst movie ever. They're all so bad. Con Air. Con Air is good. I like Con Air. Was that the movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like Con Air.
Yeah.
But not
Thank
because
you.
of Nicolas Cage. See, here's the thing.
I love Con Air.
Nicolas Cage is in
Canada Girl.
He's in so many good movies, but he's such a bad actor. But the movies are good. And it's like, but it's not because of him. It's because of the movie itself are good movies.
Peggy Sue Got Married.
I love Peggy Sue Got Married. But I also was crushing on What's Her Face. So at the time.
The way he talked, it was great.
I liked him in Saving Arizona.
Oh my God.
Was it Saving Arizona? Not Saving Arizona. Raising Arizona. I'm sorry. Raising Arizona.
Yeah. That one was good.
Boy. I love
My
that.
husband likes to watch Gone in 60 Seconds.
That's a great movie. My car, I've modeled my car somewhat after that car because I have a Mustang. And if you were in my Discord, you could see a picture of it. But
well, look at you, blue eyes and a Mustang. My goodness.
You know it. Yeah, but
I like GMC myself, but
was that?
I said I like GMC and I like Chevy. My mom has a 69 Camaro. A 69 Camaro.
Okay, that's okay. I'll give you that. That's that and the Corvette are like it. Anything else is just Chevys are so awful. I haven't seen it a lot. You haven't seen what a lot? I'm confused. What, Con Air or it's a blonde teenage girl? Wait, what did I miss? Oh, she's talking about Jaws. Who was the first victim in Jaws? I don't know. It was some chick swimming in the middle of the night.
I think that the Jaws movies are a lot alike. Like the first one's always the best in my opinion. I think I've only seen a couple different movies where they made more of them that the second was better than the first. But for the most part, the first one is always the best.
I really enjoy the second one though. I really do. Like I wouldn't necessarily, for me personally, I don't necessarily think one's worse than the other. I just think they're like, okay, this is the original one introducing, and it was terrifying. It was more terrifying because it's the first one, but I feel the second one was still a really good movie in its own, like equally as good, just different because you didn't get that shock value fear that you get from the first one, but it's still a really good movie. I think that's the problem sometimes with movies. You know what I mean? Because when you pull out the sequel, you do one of two things. One, you either do too much of the same thing, or you veer way away, and it's hard to come up with a good sequel with movies. I don't know if that makes sense, but
yeah, it does.
But I love you were asking earlier, Ray. That's so It's a Wonderful Life is like my favorite movie, and then I absolutely love Braveheart, Legends of the Fall, Titanic, and now The Joker. I saw that a couple weeks ago, and it was phenomenal. It was so
I want to so bad.
Oh my God, it's so good. Joaquin Phoenix. Oh my, amazing, amazing.
Really?
Yes, it's so good. Skinny dipping. Yeah, that's what the girl was doing when she got eaten up. It was sad. But that's the way to go, man. Got to eat a girl that's skinny dipping. Just saying. Just saying.
No threads to get in the teeth, right?
Nope, no.
I haven't seen any recently.
You haven't seen any movies recently?
The last one we saw was Aquaman.
Oh wow, that was last year, right?
Or
Was
we
it?
may have seen another one, but it was something he wanted, and I don't really remember.
Isn't that always the way? If you go to see something he wants, you won't remember. If I go to see something lady wants, then I'll forget it. But she always wants to see like the weird indie, like odd movies, or like it's funny. Okay, so we'll be watching, like we'll be on Netflix or we'll be on Amazon Prime or like Hulu or something, and we'll be looking for a movie, right? And I'll be like looking at like all these awesome like mainstream cool movies, right? And I'll be like, oh, they got Aquaman, or they got like this, or they got like the Joker, and she'll be like, oh, what's Love in the Rain? What is that? And I'm like, wait, what? And it's like so B. There's like nobody ever heard of in it, and it's like it's got like the worst like movie art and everything, and I'm like, really? I'm like, you want that movie? And she's like, yeah.
How about
I'm like, yeah. So like, I've been trying to be really nice lately, right? I learned this a long time ago. I've been married so many times, but I learned a long time ago that when it comes to movie time, I pick the movie. Not to be selfish or me, but I pick the movie, because what's going to happen is no matter if I let her pick the movie or not, they're going to fall asleep or get bored or whatever. And I'm going to be sitting there watching this movie that I don't like. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pick the movie. But with Lady, since she picks these crazy movies, they're so god awful. We don't even get a half hour in, and she's like, "You can turn it off." And I'm like, "No, I'm not turning it off." I was like, "It's crap. We're gonna sit through it now. We're gonna suffer through this movie because you picked this bad movie." I was like, "No, we're not turning it off." We watched.
remember next time?
I know, we watched the movie on Turner Classics not too long ago, and I think it was a Turner Classics. It was the Emerald Garden. Hold up, hey hon, what was the name of that crappy movie? Emerald Garden Castle. Something stupid. Green Mansions with Anthony Perkins. Oh my God, this movie. And what's her name from Hepburn, right? Hepburn? No, it was Audrey Hepburn. Yeah, Audrey Hepburn and Anthony Perkins are in this movie. Oh my God, it's so bad. We were like, oh, that cast, it's got to be good, right? We're like, all right. So basically, he travels to this jungle, and he's looking for.
Because he's got jungle fever.
Yeah, no, totally different type of movie, but close. But he meets Audrey Hepburn's character, who is like a jungle child. But it is so bad. It's so awful. And she kept saying, "Can we turn it off? Can we turn it off?" And I'm like, "No, no, we got to watch it through." But I'm bad. This is what I'm bad at. I can't tell you how many movies I've watched, and they're so bad, but yet there's something about the story that has me waiting, because I think something good's going to eventually happen. And it turns out the credits roll and nothing good has happened except for the credits rolling. So
that's called wishful thinking.
And I can't tell you how many movies that's happened to me. It's so bad.
It's called wishful thinking. Get you every time.
There's some movies that are on Netflix and stuff. It's just like I spend more time scrolling through.
Oh yeah.
All the crap that I never watch anything, because it's like, okay, I've never seen that, but that's going to be a crap horror movie. I can tell right now.
Right.
Yeah. So
How about comedy movies? What are your favorite comedy movies?
Well, I like a lot of Christmas comedies. So I love Christmas Vacation, Elf. But if I had to go outside of Christmas, because I actually love those two. But
The Bridesmaid.
I like bad movies. I like 40-Year-Old Virgin, Super Bad, Step Brothers. Monty Python's Holy Grail. Absolutely love that movie.
Oh yeah.
Mandy's rolling her eyes. She's like, God.
Those are all movies that you have to be in a different state of mind to watch, and I don't do that kind of stuff anymore, so I can't watch those movies.
Oh, you only have a phone.
All the Evil Dads.
You can still join with a phone. Woof. You just have to go to Streamlabs. Yeah, they're both on phones right now.
Yeah, you just click the link and it walks you through it. It's really simple.
Yep.
I like that Tammy girl. She's pretty funny in her movies.
Oh, what's her name? McCarthy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like her.
Some movies are really good. I didn't like Ghostbusters though.
Yeah.
Classic.
I had such high hopes for Ghostbusters. I was so let down.
Yeah, I had no desire to see it, but we watched it on TV, so I was like, eh.
I'm not really a fan of
you mean Melissa McCarthy? Hang on.
Little funny guy. I don't really like him.
Oh, okay. Trying to think. Oh, I like a lot of movies though, not just those comedies though. I like there's so many comedies I love. I like Just Friends, but then again, that's kind of Christmassy based, but it's not really. But I don't know. There's so many good movies though. I tend to like when I go to favorite movies, I tend to like dramas, but not like crime-based dramas, but like more like I was saying, like Braveheart, Titanic, The Joker, or like Legends of the Fall, those kind of movies. Very cinema, graphic. We need to have a mic to join the panel. Classic.
Yeah, if you have your phone, it works on your phone.
There's the link, but you guys have to have a mic.
Yvonne sent a message in chat and said that she was trying to find us because I told her to come over, and she's like, I don't see where you are. Oh. We're on Frankie's channel. It's Frankie.
Yeah, she can come join too. But you need to join Discord because Ray has taken the plunge and she's joined Discord.
I heard.
She's part of
I know.
Discord family. So,
I heard.
Woo-hoo.
One of these days, I'll add it to my list. As you kids, one of these days.
That's why Ray's my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, I'll cover your face on my screen when I say. I don't have to see you give me the eyes.
Oh, she can't find it. I can't share the link with her because I'm not in YouTube.
Tell her to come to the channel.
She said that she knows that she's subbed to you, but she can't find you. It took her off of your channel, so she can't find it. It should be underneath.
That's what happened. She unsubbed.
No, she didn't. She wouldn't unsub you. I know she wouldn't.
She made me cry.
I'll give her crap when she does find you.
Yeah, hopefully she will. It's not hard to spell. It's Lord. There she is. Hey, welcome.
Yay.
Yeah, I'll put it back in. This has turned into a craft panel.
Hey, I'm a chit chat channel with crafting on the side. Okay, if you say crap,
I think you are. I need to. I'm sub to a couple of people that do crocheting, but I need to find somebody that's more in your inner circle. That's really good because I want to. This might sound weird, but I need somebody to crochet a stocking for me, but I need it to be a certain style and certain colors. And like I have all the details, and the style and an example of one. And I want to try and get it as soon as possible because I want to have one made in remembrance of my mom, and then so I can hang it before the holiday comes. Because my mom actually made all of our stockings for my entire family, and everyone's different and unique.
Oh,
So they're all different colors and everything, and we've used them ever since I was a little kid. So like every time a new family member comes in, she would make a stocking, but I want to make one for her in memory, even though I can't make it.
right.
I'm not skilled.
Well, I could do it with fabric, but I can't crochet. I know how to knit, but I don't know how to make socks. So I couldn't do a stocking. I can do washcloths, and that's about it. I can do blankets if I have enough time and patience to do a blanket, because it's just really. But my grandmother didn't know how to crochet. She knew how to knit. So that's what she taught me how to do. But I am going to go live here tonight. So while I'm live, I will ask in my chat and see if I can't hunt down for you.
Yeah, because it's just squares, and then they're all put together, and then a topping, and has like
so
a
like
little
a thing.
Yeah, kind of. So, and it's real. I mean, the style is easy. It's like a diamond, and then like 4 around it, and then the outline in the square, and then they just patch them all together, and it looks like a stocking.
Right. So kind of like an Argyle print type thing.
Sort of, yeah. They're kind of put away right now, but I can always show you an example of it. But it's actually, hold on, give me 1 second. 1 second. I think they're right over there.
Ray, we can't hear you. Can't hear you. Your mic isn't muted, but I can't hear what you're saying. Now you're muted. Now you're not.
No.
Still can't hear you.
Nope, didn't have it. I thought
Ray had to leave. We couldn't hear what she was saying. She lost audio, so she's out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, her husband. She was waiting for her husband to come home so she can eat.
No, her audio wasn't working, so she was going to go out and probably come back in.
Okay. So Classic's on mute again because his mic's not working, it looks like. All right. Sorry, I'm just checking everything.
I thought I heard him when he first popped in. If he unmuted me.
Yeah, I thought so too. Then it's back on mute. There he goes.
Now say something to us.
Classic. No, I guess nothing. I don't know if Yvonne's getting on. I dumped the link a couple times, so she might not be able to.
Yvonne, you gonna join us? I know Ray's having trouble with her Wi-Fi. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really screwy.
The last couple of days, it's been really hard on her.
Yeah, I was listening to your I guess 8-hour stream that you did just recently. Oh my God, the conversation was so ridiculous. I was like, wow, the conversation you were having about Ray. And I was like, and then I was just like, okay.
In there?
Huh?
When Mike
it was after. I didn't see the part where he was in there first, and then because I skipped ahead a little bit because it was 8 hours. So I listened to like a lot of it. Like
you got to watch it on 2 times the normal speed. You have to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think I watched like 3 hours worth of it. And I was like, oh my God, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, you put it in 2 times the normal speed. And since I'm not like a super fast talker, I don't sound like a chipmunk or anything. Like I just sound like I'm talking really fast. And you can still understand everything that I'm saying, but that's the best way to do it because you will never get through one of my streams. Even 2 times, you might get halfway through, And they're just really
I just realized private chat. I just saw like, there's private chat and there's comments. And I just went back to it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Ray's back again. There she goes. She's making faces. She's
saying knock, knock, knock. Can we hear you this time, Ray?
No.
Yep, we hear you. Yvonne said next time. So welcome everybody to the stream and welcome everybody to the panel.
And Classic Car said that his mic and his camera are both broken.
Yeah.
So we get to
That's
see his
not good.
car.
Yeah, we get to see the car. Yeah, I don't know how to show a picture of my car on here. I don't think I can. But
You can. There's
oh,
a way
you
to
know,
do
I have it on my phone. I can put it up on to the camera.
Make it your thumbnail, like this dude.
There's a way that you can do it. You can put banners and stuff. You can show your screen. Like I guess that's how some gamers do it.
Yeah, you gotta pay for that.
Yeah, you got to pay for all that junk. I'm learning about that. Jeez, I'm too broke for that right now.
I learned how to do a banner. I was excited about that. That's the only thing I know how to do.
Yeah, I made my banner for my channel. I have other banners that somebody made me that I use, but I switched it out. And then I've been using the banner that they made me as a thumbnail for when I play Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I sent my son to your channel. He subscribed to your channel today.
Oh, awesome.
He's 10, I'm sure you've heard him or seen him or something in my live streams, but he loves watching scary stuff and he loves watching gamers game. So you'll see him. It's Brody Arn. I didn't want to put the whole last name, so I just put ARN. So that's his name. So when he pops up in your chat.
I don't know if you can see this.
Sure, help out.
That's my Mustang.
Nice.
I think it's nice, but it needs work. I got 2 dents on the driver's side, like the size of like that, and I got to get those fixed. And then I got to reupholster the doors, the panels on the doors, because the material came off, and I bought panels for it, but they wouldn't stick. So I got to take it someplace and get it done professionally. I try to do it myself. Dana, welcome to the stream. How are you? Candace's getting mad. Classic. She keeps telling you, get a mic.
He said that he's going to have his son look at it and see if he can figure it out.
Oh, okay.
He said that in private chat.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting the private chat. Okay, so yeah, so your son he likes scary games, you said?
Yeah.
Tell him
he loves scary games, all that.
Okay, tell him to go and watch my Run Room video and my Paranormal Activity videos if he likes scary. In fact, I recommend everybody watching them because I jump and scream a little. It's pretty scary. It's the scariest. They're both the 2 scariest games I've ever played. So I actually, in one of the games, I think it was Paranormal Activity, I threw my controller and left. It was one of the games. I actually left. I came back like a minute later, and I'm like, yeah, no. It's like,
wow.
But I did. I kept going because I got big balls, so I'm not.
I can tell. I can tell.
It did scare me though. I was like, ah! And I was like, I'm out. It's like, I'm done with this. Canada, I tell you, she actually loves it. And she keeps yelling at me because I've only done 2 videos of the Paranormal Activity, and I try to do it late night on Saturday nights. But I'm so exhausted by time, I would do it, that it's just like, okay, do I really want to get involved in like a horror game that's that scary and intense? Because the whole time, like with the high definition headphones on, all I'm hearing is heartbeats and every little noise, like intensified compared to what you guys hear watching it. And when I'm in a dark room all by myself with headphones on, I can't hear anything other than what's on my ears. It's pretty intense.
Looking behind you, I bet anxiety level goes woo.
Absolutely. But yeah, definitely tell them to check those out.
I will. I wonder, do I need to turn this way since we're...
I'm doing great, Data. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing great. But I'm not doing great. I'm doing great right this moment, I'll say. Because I'm having fun.
Ray's mute.
Canada keeps saying, Ray, are you okay? Because earlier Ray looked like she was falling asleep, and now she's like muted and like.
She's muted. I don't know if she's talking to somebody or.
Yeah, she's probably talking to her husband.
Probably. or to her ghost in her room with her. Who are you talking to, Ray? Unmute.
Dude, you creeped me out, Mandy.
What?
You creeped me out in your video when I was watching it, the replay, when you were like, "Oh my God, somebody was standing right next to me."
Oh my God.
Was like creeped for you. Like if that would have been me, I would have like ran.
It was like right beside me, like legit, like right here beside me, and I was crafting, and it was yeah. It just out of nowhere, I like jerked my head, and there was nobody there, but I swear there was an apparition there. I swear there was, and I've never had that happen in this house.
Yeah. I honestly think you're touched, not meaning touched like touched. I mean touched like paranormal. Like you have abilities because like all the stories you've told about like your other houses and growing up and stuff. So like you probably do see stuff like that. It probably could have been. Oh, that
well, there was even one when we when we first moved into this house. I was live streaming, and everybody in the chat heard a little girl laughing or a little kid laughing, like in my living room. And I'm in my living room right now. My craft room the kitchen is there, and the craft room is off the kitchen right there. So it's all open, you know, and it sounded like, you know, they were like, I thought Bernie was at school. I could not find that video. I've gone back through and I've tried to watch some of them, but I don't remember which one it was in, but I want to find it again. But my brother used to live here, and they lost their daughter. She was 6 weeks old the day that they signed, or the day after they signed on buying this house. And she was in the house, you know, like when they died, but they were living in a hotel, and that's where she had passed. But they were supposed to move in here the very next day. And so they told me that they heard like toys rolling across the hardwood floors at night when they were sleeping, or in the other room when all the kids were in bed asleep, you know, they would hear noises, and they swore that it was Carly. And wow. I'd never had anything happen when I was here. We lived with them actually when we were in the process of moving. We lived here for a week with them, and I never saw anything or heard anything, you know. So having that happen in the live stream, like I was glad that I was not the only one that heard it, because it was loud.
Wow.
It was very loud.
Yeah, that would have scared
so
out. I'd have been like, I'm out. there's a
with just losing my grandmother, it could have been her.
Oh yeah.
I said it was my grandmother.
I even say all the time to like my sister and my mom, I'm like, go rest in peace. Don't come talk to me. Don't come visit me. You can watch over me, but don't come visit me, because I am not talking to you. I'm going to be like, get out. I'm out of here.
My mom always says, I'll haunt you when I'm dead.
My mom would tell me if I didn't do things that she said, she would haunt me. But I'm like, no, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Go to the light, baby. Go to the light.
Now, see, I want my grandmother around.
I can't.
With the ghosts, you know, I was 5 years old when we moved into that house.
Oh,
so
it's creeping me.
I had like the early childhood open-minded thing going on. And, you know, I think that since I grew up with it, I'm really open. So I don't know. I don't have like Yvonne she can see things too. And yes, I love being able to talk to people who are legitly able to see things. I don't like to hear or see of people who make that stuff up, because that's not a joke, you know, and I don't like for people to fake stuff like that. But if it's real, like, I think it's awesome.
Dana is saying that she has a really good story she'll have to tell us later. She had to use holy water and everything. Dana, you should get on.
Hop on, Dana.
I tried to get Canada on. Canada never wants to get on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't. I can't do that kind of stuff. I don't want to ever have to deal with. There's a commercial out right now where it's Geico with the lizard, and the guy buys a new house, and they're in the attic. The lizard's talking to him, and they're like, "Oh, it's nice that these people left all this stuff here." and he's like looking around, and it's all creepy. And there's like a little music box that pops open and starts like doing a ballerina dance. And he's like, nope. And he's like, I'm out. And he leaves. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I was like, I would sell that house quicker than you can bat an eyelash. Like, I don't do that stuff. But what's funny is I love the shows. I watch all the shows. I watch the movies. I've been on ghost tours. I used to want to do paranormal hunting, you know, but when I said this in my Halloween, if things were to connect to me, which they say they can, then I don't want anything to do with it. That would be just too much.
Okay, my Bluetooth just died, so I just lost audio. For some reason, when I get on StreamYard, it uses it like I'm talking on the phone. So now the only audio that I can hear is coming out of my like speaker on my phone, and it's not on my like speakerphone. So I'm gonna have to leave and come back in.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. World of Crafting, turn it off. Tell him to finish it later. Wait, what? Oh, tell him to turn the movie off so you can get on. That's right, right? Now I'm all by myself. Classic's here, but he's muted. Ray is talking to her man, and she's muted. Mandy, pop back on. Canada, you need to get on. Hijinks was on for a moment, but he's doing something else. Let's get this going. Here's the link again if anybody wants to join. Oh, and if you haven't joined Discord, make sure you join Discord. Be part of the family.
There we go. Thank you. I don't know why it does that. Like if I'm streaming, it's okay. And sometimes when I'm doing like Facebook chat, it'll do like if somebody tries to call, it'll do that. But I don't know. Most of the time it just goes on speaker. Not this time, no.
Yeah, well, I'm on PC, so it doesn't like I'm fine. Like, thank God. I wouldn't be able to work it through my phone. I'd be too confused. I get confused easily.
I forgot to turn my other volume down so it's not in your. Stop it.
Wait, tell me when he is reading. I will do it. What are you? Oh, you tell him that. Okay. Candace's going to tell Yvonne's husband that he needs to let her get on. Stop watching a movie.
There you go.
That's right. I'm trying to get a bunch of people on.
Is Dana coming in?
I don't know. She didn't say. She says, sure, I'll join. So we just need.
Awesome.
I sent the link, so hopefully she'll pop on too.
Awesome, awesome. I'm so excited that I figured out how to do StreamYards on my phone.
That's impressive. I got to figure it out. But my phone.
I did a video.
I saw that. I didn't get a chance to watch that one though.
It'll walk you through it.
Yeah, because I saw it was for the phone, so I was like, oh, all right, I'll watch it later.
Yep. I can't figure out where my camera is, so sorry if I'm like looking away. I'm looking at the screen so I can see your face, but I should be looking over here.
I forget to look at the camera all the time. Like, oh hey, I'm always looking at the people that I'm talking to, or I'm looking at chat. Like, oh hey, like that's the person I'm talking to. So it's like
right.
But when I watch other people's videos and they have a camera and they're talking, but they're not looking at the camera, I'm like annoyed. I'm like, but I do it all the time. Yeah,
look at me when you're talking to me, dang it.
Right? I'm such a hypocrite.
I know. Goodness.
Oh, Yvonne, he laughed at her and said she can wait. Damn. I would do the same. I'd be like, yeah, you can wait.
Dang it. If she puts her headphones on, it's usually not too bad.
Dana's here.
The background noise isn't too loud.
Dana,
there's Dana.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, welcome.
Oh, we hear you.
Hello, hello.
She almost sounded like Minnie Mouse right there. It was kind of funny. Like,
oh, Dana's so cute.
Oh, thanks.
So you're gonna freak Frankie out? You got a good story?
Yeah, tell me the
No,
story.
I just have one. I have one good story.
Did I turn the lights on?
Does he need to go get his blankie?
I was just thinking, do I need to get my
No.
Wooby?
It's a little creepy one though, but we rented a house in town before we bought this house.
Dana.
Okay.
Are you from the northeast, Middle East, or not Middle East, the northwest, or Canada, somewhere around there?
Yes.
Tone. I was like, okay. Good. I'm sorry.
I'm a couple hours from the border of Canada. Why do I have like
You totally have that accent. You sound like you're from like either North Dakota or something like Fargo or something. But
Close.
no, but that's where my husband travels for work.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he just left this morning. He's in South Dakota right now.
South Dakota.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
South Dakota.
Are you from Minnesota? My son's out in North Dakota right now.
South Dakota.
South Dakota.
I love it. When Yvonne talks, I always have her repeat herself. She said something the other day. I can't remember what it was. She said the word, and I said, it's what? And she said it again. I said, it's what? And she's like, shut up. Like, it's so cute, though, that Southern accent. I like all different accents.
Yeah.
I get a kick out of the Northwest, so I always find it funny. And Canada, obviously, she's Canadian, but she doesn't really have that heavy of an accent. She has less of a Canadian accent than anybody I know. But yeah, it's pretty funny.
But a couple hours from here, we can drive up to a restaurant, and they have the whole. I can't even do it, but the whole Canadian thing going.
Oh, okay. They have moose burgers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. I'm sorry. Tell me your story. I totally threw us off. I do that all the time. I'm so bad for that.
Okay, so before we bought this place, we rented a house for we were there for 13 years. And when we first moved in, the kids were toddlers. The twins were in diapers, so they were like 3 years old, 2 years old age. And Nathaniel's 4 years older than them. They had their own rooms, and the twins would always come and start crying whenever it was time to come into my room. They were hearing stuff, and it was just a new place. And so I didn't think nothing of it. But then one night I was sleeping, and I was laying next to Tom, and I was having some dream about like building a house or something like that. And then all of a sudden I just turned to look in the doorway, I don't know, a few feet from there, and I thought it was one of the twins standing in the door. And when you have a little kid, you like pick it and raise it for them to get into bed with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I seen the silhouette of the little, I'm like, half asleep. I just raised the corner of my bed up so that he could, snuggle into bed with me. And the figure moved close to me, and it totally disappeared. And then all of a sudden I had chills go up and down my back.
Oh my
and there was
gosh.
So
no.
Before
so you were trying to get him to get into bed with you.
No.
Yeah. But before I so scared, I couldn't even get out of bed. I was like, I nestled my head into my husband's armpit, and I like started praying to God. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was so freaked. And then I got up, went in and checked on the twins, and they were both in their bed, sound asleep. And the next day, I'm like telling everybody the story and stuff like that. Well, that next night, the twins would not go to sleep. They kept coming into my room and seeing that there was somebody in there. So I'm like, I had to go and get my mother-in-law, my husband's mom, is like ferociously like religious, into all the holy water and all that kind of stuff. So she had some from her church. She brought it over, and they went through the whole house and had to do like the whole blessing on the house and sprinkle holy water on every bedroom and stuff. We didn't have an incident after that, period, for the next 12 and a half years that we were there. But I was completely scared out of my mind. It was the worst like every single goosebump up and down my body. I was scared. I've never been that scared in my entire life.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. I would have flipped out. I would have been doing the Lord's Prayer over and over and over again. I would have been like, nope.
Yeah, I still can picture it
Yeah,
too.
now
Like
we can hear you.
just the figure coming at you, and then whoosh, it just disappeared into a bunch of goosebumps.
Making Peter.
Goodness.
That's scary. Oh, now
See,
you have
the
to
whole
eat-
time growing up, we never had, like, we never saw anybody. The whole entire time, we always just heard people. Like, the lights would be left on, or we had somebody knock on the bedroom door one night. That was the first thing that happened. I was 5 years old, and I still remember, or no, I was 6.
I would
I
have
had
too,
just turned
Canada.
6. I still remember that to this day. It was 3 knocks, and my mom and I were laying there. We both heard it. You know, it wasn't just one of us. But then even my daughter's father, when he was staying with me, he heard somebody taking a bath at 3 a.m. It was just he and I in the house. I was in bed asleep. He went to the bathroom. The bathtub was bone dry. After that house caught on fire, those 2 ghosts, and I know where those ghosts came from. I know who they are because I've told that story on my channel too. I won't get into all that. But then after our house caught on fire, we had to tear it down and we rebuilt. Like, we completely demolished the old house and built brand new. In the new house, we all saw a white male figure. Even my daughter, she was 2 years old and almost 3, came running out of my mom's room into the kitchen, yelling to my brother, Bubba, Bubba, there's a man in Nana's room. So my brother's like, what? You know, and he's like 14, 15 years old. And so he goes in there to look, and there's nobody there. Well, then my brother saw the male figure. My mom saw the male figure. And then I finally saw him. I was the last to see him. And I didn't know that they saw him. My mom didn't even tell me that my daughter saw it. So when I told my mom, I said, there's a man that's in your room. And she was like, oh, you finally saw him? She's like, we've all seen him.
Finally. Like,
Right. I was like, well, thanks for letting me know to be on the lookout for him, you know? So yeah, it was weird because it was a different ghost and we didn't know who that ghost was.
oh, man, you guys got me tense now. Hey, what's up, Xavier? How you doing, my friend? Wait a minute.
No sleeping for Frankie tonight. Lady Lord's gonna have to hold you tight tonight.
She's gonna hold me. She's the protector. There's the big joke is she sleeps by the door and I sleep by the window. And she's like, you just sleep by the door. I said, no, you sleep by the door. I was like, I'm a sound sleeper. If somebody comes in, at least by the time they get to you, I'll wake up. I said, but if I'm by the door, they're gonna get to me and I'm just asleep. I was like, so I have to be away from the door, so that way I can wake up and then I can protect you. She's like, that's not protecting me. I'm getting got. I was like, oh, well,
right?
I should pay. No,
goodness. So you are a turkey. A turkey and a chicken.
No, I'm totally prepared for any situation. So we'll just say that. But yeah, I don't like sleeping by the door. Even like ever since I was a kid, I always like slept by the wall. Like whatever, I always positioned my bed by the wall. But no, when you're growing up, you have to have nightstands and lamps and all that crap and drawers for your socks and I don't know what else. So you got to have those sides of the bed and you got to make everything symmetrical and make it match. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Right.
So if that's the case, I got to be by the window. Hey, it's just
I don't care. I sleep on the couch, so I'm in the living room. So if somebody breaks in here, they try to come in the front door, I'm going to be the first one that they get to.
Yeah. Well, ever since I was young, I had one reoccurring nightmare, and that's that I see a silhouette of somebody in the doorway of my bedroom. I wake up and they're there. And so that kind of bothers me. So I'm like, no, I'm good.
Well,
I like to keep my door shut. I don't want to. So that way, if
maybe
the door opens, I hear it, and I'm like, okay.
They say if you have a dream where you see somebody or you see like an apparition or a ghost or whatever, that is somebody from the beyond that is coming back and trying to talk to you.
No, I
So
don't
if
want
somebody does visit you, listen to what they say. Like they're trying to tell you something.
Oh,
You
that's
don't
what
have to
Jesus
talk
said. I don't
back
want
to
them to come
them.
back. You talk to me, man.
I
I'm like, I'm good. Yeah, so
I
I'm good. You
know.
come talk to me, just you.
I know.
Leave everybody else out. I don't need it. It's all good.
But that's what they say. I
Who-
don't know. I had dreams that told me I was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Like when I was pregnant, I had a miscarriage before I had my daughter. Then I had my daughter, then I had my son. I had dreams that told me every single time I was pregnant. I knew I was pregnant before I took a pregnancy test. Like that's why I went and bought a pregnancy test.
Oh,
And my grandpa was in all three of them. And my grandpa passed away when I was 17.
I'm sorry.
So, but it was like my grandpa was telling me, like with my miscarriage,
Mhm.
I saw a picture of my grandpa holding my son. So I knew my grandpa was saying, I'll take care of him. You know, I got him. And it's just reassuring, I guess. I don't know.
No.
I like it. I like to be able to see him because I miss people. So I'm very sentimental and mushy when it comes to that. That's my girly side.
Hey, you know what? That's what photo albums and iPhone pictures are for. I'm good. I'm all good. Hey, no offense. Like I said, I love you, Mom. I love my sister, but hey, I'll see you later. Just don't
All
come
right.
don't come and knocking because I ain't opening the door. So,
I'll see you when I get there.
oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, guys, I was going to do a stream Saturday night, but I had decided not to, and I think it started to kick off the stream or something. I don't know why, so I apologize. There was some confusion. They were talking about that. So you guys weren't seeing crazy things. It did happen. I actually did that. Man, yeah, yeah, I would poop my pants if I were to wake up and somebody was in my house. I'd be like, what? One time, right, when I was married to my daughter's mom, right, and she worked third shift, so she was a nurse, and I would be home alone all the time at night. And we had an alarm system, right? And it was, it had sensors, motion detectors, and all the windows and doors were censored, right? So I'm laying in bed one night and it's like 3-something in the morning, and all of a sudden the alarm goes off, right? And I'm like, I know it's not her because she's at work and she has the alarm thing. So it puts me out, right? So I jump up, I have a bat. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go check the house, right? Instead of just leaving or calling the cops, I'm like, I'm gonna go check the house. So I'm checking the house, right? I check the upstairs. I go down to the main floor and I look around and nothing was open. Nothing, right? No windows, no doors, nothing. So my last resort is we had a walkout basement and there's a sensor on that door, and I'm like, oh crap, somebody's in my basement. I was like, this is like every horror movie waiting to happen. So I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, all right. So, but instead of again waiting or calling the cops, I'm like, I'm gonna go down in the basement. And I go down in the basement, there was nothing there, and I was like, holy crap. I was like, what the hell? So it scared me, and I thought at that point I was like, "Oh my god, my house is haunted." But you know what it was? It turned out one of the sensors, the adhesive behind it was coming undone because of the influx in temperature, and it was starting to come up a little, just a smidge, and it caused the sensor to come up. So
just enough to, enough to scare the poo out of you.
Yeah, but it did terrify me. I was like, "Oh my god, somebody's in my house," and I'm like, in the middle of the night. Oh, that was not a good
can't
sight.
believe all the movies that you watched. Like I finally I watched your whole 31 movies. Right? Well, I started watching half of it, or I got through like half of it, and then I finally went back and watched the other half today. So I finally got all the way through it. But after you watch all those scary movies, like I'm surprised that you get scared of stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, no, I think that's why I like the scary movies though, because I know it does, like it's scary. Like if it wasn't scary to me, like then I probably wouldn't watch them. Do you know what I mean? It would just be like, but it does sit with me. Like when I watch a movie, it will sit with me for like a few weeks, most of the time. And the scarier the movie, the longer it sits with me. But I don't know. I get scared, but I don't get scared. Like it's weird when things are more reality.
Yes.
I tend to I act more on adrenaline, and at that point, it's no longer. I'm not thinking fear. I'm thinking action. If that makes sense, like I want to take action, and so I don't know. But yeah, there's things like I don't like to be alone in the house at night sleeping. I won't watch. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, people are gonna think I'm a big wuss chicken, whatever. But okay, so I watch tons of horror movie all the time, right?
Yeah.
However, I will not watch a horror movie. The only time I watch a horror movie alone is during the day. I don't typically watch them alone at night because I don't like that. I don't want to be sitting in a dark room by myself watching it. So therefore, I only watch them with Lady at night. But I also don't like to go to bed right after watching one. So I have to unwind from it. So I have to cleanse I literally cleanse myself mentally and almost spiritually in a way. Like I have to turn and watch something else that's wholesome and good and, whatever. Avon, welcome to the stream. We got a party in here.
Yvonne's here.
Woo-hoo. Yvonne's streams kept breaking today. Something was wrong with them. Ray said she was having problems too.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, YouTube was messing around. Yes, we can.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I was running the whole conversation there. I apologize.
I must have
No, I was gonna say I'm the same way when it comes to like the reality scary movies. Like I don't even like mentioning the name of the movie because it's so disgusting to me. Not the name, but have you seen I Spit on Your Grave?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that movie is disgusting to me. That movie is reality. That movie is like that kind of stuff.
It is disgusting. It is really bad.
I don't like.
Morally, to me, that's just horrible. Yeah.
Right. So like if it's something like that, I won't watch it by myself. I won't watch it at night. But when it comes to like Freddy or Jason or, babysitters babysitting and somebody's knocking on the window, calling them, asking them what their favorite scary movie is, those I'll watch by myself. But the ones that are more reality scary, I can't. But I like to watch true crime TV stuff too. Like I love like 48 Hours stuff and just documentaries about reality, like true stories.
That's how Lady is. Like every night she has, if it's not some weird indie show or movie, she's watching true crime stuff like all the time. Or Law and Order too. She does watch a lot of that.
Yeah.
She absolutely loves that stuff. Real quick. Yep. Did Ray? She's not there. I was gonna say Ray's telling that on her phone. Yeah, where did Dana?
No, I'm here.
Ray's here. She's off camera.
Dana disappeared.
But yeah, Dana dipped out.
She said we're choppy. Her connection was bad.
Oh.
She wasn't getting the full combo. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sad face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I don't like. I get more scared of movies that could be realistic than movies that are so like over the top, like ridiculous. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, things are graphic and shocking, and that's scary. Because God forbid if something like that were to happen to you, but it's so unrealistic as to how it's happening to the person in the movie that I'm like, it's more of just a shock thing to me. But when you watch movies that could be realistic, like people driving down roads and then getting hijacked and then tortured and crap like that, and then they go missing because they get killed. Like there was just a story in the news, and I hate the news. I don't like the news. But
I hate the news.
The news just this week where they found two bodies of two people, a couple that were RVing throughout the U.S. and they found their bodies buried. They had been missing.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, God, man, like that's what's scary. Real people that are out there doing these things. Like me and my lady talking, we're like, God, like we'll watch stuff about serial killers and stuff, and we're like, God, right now. It's scary and sad, but there's somebody somewhere being attacked by some crazy person. And I'm like, God, why? What? But there is a show, if you're into that stuff, Mandy, if you got Netflix, that we started watching, and it's the second season. We haven't started the second season yet, but it's like a Criminal Mind kind of thing, and it's based on the FBI. It's based during the 70s when the FBI first started doing profiling, and it's an amazing show. They go into, like, in the show, they're going to the prisons and interviewing prior serial killers to get information, to see how they all think and act. And in the meantime, in the backstory, there's actually a serial killer going around and planning and starting to kill people. And eventually, you know, they're going to end up having to hunt that person down. But dude, the show is amazing. I'll have to, as soon as I find out what the name of it is, I'll message you and let you know what it is. But it is a really good show. You would love it if you're into that.
I don't have Netflix right now. I don't know. We had it a couple months ago, but we don't have the money to pay for it right now. So we pay for it like every few months and catch up on all of our shows.
Oh, gotcha. Check it on, it's either Black Friday or Cyber Monday, because Netflix usually does a deal where it's like $1 a month or something stupid like that. So
nice.
Yeah, check it. That's how I got it. It's like I ended up going on there, and we originally got it when we got our phones, but then it expired. But then I saw the deal last year right after Thanksgiving, and I was like, oh, I'm on that. So I ended up getting it.
Right.
They got some really good shows. They have a show called The Haunting of Hill House. Phenomenal show. Phenomenal.
I haven't seen that one. I like
one of my favorite shows I've seen in a long time.
I agree. I didn't finish it though.
Wentworth is one of my favorite ones that's on there. And what was the other one? I just realized that they came out with like 4 more seasons since I had Netflix last time.
American
I
Horror
came in, huh?
She said American Horror Story.
No, I haven't watched that.
I haven't either.
I got it.
When it's a big frenzy, like when everybody's watching it, and it's in that kind of a sci-fi thing.
No, it's horror.
Oh, I thought it was more of a sci-fi thing.
They've touched on like aliens and stuff like a couple times, but it's just, I don't know. It's mostly horror, like demonic and weird stuff most of the time, or paranormal, because the first season's all paranormal based.
See, I like the paranormal, but I don't like the demonic.
Or not witches. The first season was paranormal. The second season was an asylum and some alien-ish stuff. And then the third season was witches, Salem versus voodoo. And then it got weird after that. So I don't know. I stopped watching it. But I do want to watch this season because it was supposed to be like a spin from like the Friday
It's a slasher season.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to definitely try.
I've watched half of it. It's really, really good.
Dana loves those kind of shows.
See, I like Wentworth. It's like, I don't know if you've seen Orange is the New Black or not, but it's kind of like that. It's like in a prison setting, and it's a women's prison. But it's like the first 4 or 5 seasons are usually really good, and then from there it kind of goes downhill. Like they start making the storylines just really go off track, you know, and it's like, whoa, wait, who did what? So it's harder to follow, I think. But the first, like, Wentworth.
Okay.
It's really good. It's really interesting. And I'm, you know, obviously I've never been in prison. I don't know how women act in prison, but
come on, Mandy, we know you did a stint up at the
don't tell all my secrets. Don't tell everything.
He did some hard time.
Right? Back in the day.
Orange is
where do you think I got my tattoo?
Right? You got that prison tat. Says I love Gina on her back.
Stop telling everything. Ray and Yvonne didn't even know that, Frankie. Gosh.
No.
Gotta spill all the beans.
No, right?
Bitch.
Yeah, right. That's more like it. Oh man. Yeah, sometimes
Where do you think I
those
got the
do
name
go.
Queen from?
Uh-oh. Queen of the prison, Queen of C Block.
That's right.
Wentworth is the
You
name of
know?
the town that Dana grew up in. Oh, how about that?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Don't
all
make
those
me.
cable networks and like digital, or not digital, but the Dish, and we have Comcast and Verizon out here. I don't know about you guys, but they get you in for like what 2 years at a still high rate, but it's okay. And then after the 2 years, they're like, oh, now it's $250 for what you have, and it's like, wait, what? I'm like, I don't have anything. I just have like, and now where they're screwing us is like here, Verizon, because I have BIOS. What they did was instead of them, you know, you do basic cable, and then you have extended cable, and then you have premier channels, right? Well, now they don't do that. Now they do, okay, we'll give you either family-based channels you can pay for, or you can pay for sports channels, or you can pay for movie channels or premier channels. And it's like, so each one of those package is an add-on. And it's like, so they get you every which way now. We had the family, so because we watch like all those family movies and shows with, you know, and I have a daughter. Christmas time, Hallmark. What? Y'all didn't hear that?
Yeah, Canadian girl, don't tell.
For watching Hallmark.
Don't tell him your secrets. He'll spill them. I tell you.
Bye, Savior. Much love. Thanks for stopping in.
Canada learned.
Wait, which? Don't tell Lord any secrets. Got it.
She's taking mental notes right now.
Right. No, she knows I don't tell secrets. I people tell me things, I keep them to myself. Except for your tattoo and your prison stint.
Right. That's what I'm talking about, I mean, you know?
I mean, anybody can look you up and see that, you know, you were the Queen of C Block.
That does, yeah, that is public, what's it called?
Public knowledge.
In the public search.
Yeah.
It's all right. They just know not to mess with me that way, right?
Camp Survivor, long time no see, mate. Sorry, I haven't been around. To England? What? From England to Canada. Oh, okay. Ooh, got married. Might have a little one on the way. Congratulations. So find out tomorrow. Ooh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Some love for some hugs and love and hearts and all that jazz. That is awesome. Congratulations. That is awesome. Yeah, I'm done with having kids. I've had my share.
Done. D-O-N.
Yeah.
E.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Done with a stamp. Pow.
Oh, man. Speaking of stamps, did you see the stamp that Ray had of me? She has a stamp of me that she used for one of her things. One of her
I
shoes.
missed that.
Yeah. It was a perfect likeness of me.
What is it, Ray?
It's one of the monster stamps.
It was like a big mouth. It was real weird looking with a hat. I don't know.
Is it one of Timmy's monsters?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
so is she making you Christmas cards this year?
We're making Halloween Christmas cards.
Wait, Halloween?
You're gonna make his family Christmas cards.
Who is?
You make Frankie's Christmas cards.
I need somebody to make them. Either that or I have to like. Well, no, she'll charge me too much money. She wants to charge me $80 for 4 napkins. I'm not getting her to make me any cards. I can't afford right.
She needs to go shopping. She's got to make money somehow.
Stamp. It was a trans stamp.
They're fine.
Canna wants to scratch my face into things. She wants a stamp of me.
The napkins are actually a really good price, and we are having the auction soon, so they're going to be there. And she has way too many napkins. She needs people to take them off her hands.
I need to push them because if I sell them, I'm going to get a little over $600.
Just kidding, maybe. Well, yeah. I mean, that's good if you can get that much money for it.
I'm the pusher, the napkin pusher woman.
We're gonna do a napkin auction separately because she has so many napkins that we won't have time for any of the projects that we've made to try to auction those off. Yeah. She has a whole huge box. How many packs?
Forget selling them. Just have us over for a barbecue. We'll use them.
You can't use these napkins.
Why not? We'll have a fancy barbecue.
They're crafty napkins. They're not mouth napkins.
You just had all the crafters
You
drop
used
dead
them
of a
for
heart attack.
Yeah, they're
Right?
like, sacrilege!
Exactly. Shoot, my grandmother used to save napkins.
Understand us. Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe.
My grandmother would go to events like with her Tri-Kappa luncheons and stuff, and she would bring home napkins to me from her events. She'd be like, look, I got you 2 of these.
Survivor has 5 children apiece, and they went up to 14. Oh, wow. That's
Dang, the
awesome,
Brady
man.
Bunch
No, dude,
times 10.
if I had money and a different life, I probably would. I used to want a lot of kids. It just
I thought you said
Yeah,
you had
they're
47 kids, Frankie.
42.
42.
42.
Married 7, right?
I've been married 8 times, and I have 42 kids.
8 times.
And I'm 900 years old. That's
You're not.
my story, and I'm sticking to it, even if it's not true, or maybe it is. One of those.
See, you won't tell us your
and I'm
secrets,
not
but
telling
you'll
you
tell
which
us.
one of those 3 is very close, but I'm not telling you which one. But I'll just say Elizabeth Taylor has nothing on me. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe the Brady Bunch has nothing on me. Or what is that? The dozen? What's the family that had the dozens? The Dugans, McDougalls.
The
I don't know.
Partridge Family.
I don't know what I'm talking about. No, I don't have kids that can sit.
They have 20 something, don't they?
I'm gonna say the who he was talking about has
What was it?
20 something.
No, all in the family.
Wow, Dana's one of
The
13.
Duggars.
No.
Her
the
parents
one
are.
that- 8 is enough.
They like each other a lot.
7 sisters, 5 brothers. Oh, I would just be in the corner in the fetal position.
Yeah, right.
My mom's father was one of 14.
Dude, I had 3 sisters. I don't know if I can handle 7. Holy cow.
I had
That's
one
That's why I
brother.
get
That was
along
enough.
with all you guys. There's so many sisters.
One
I have no
sister and a
brothers.
half brother.
I have all brothers. I'm the only girl. And
I
I'm
have-
the oldest.
I have one baby brother, but I love that everybody thinks he's older than me.
My sister's your age.
So your brother is older, but then you need a special ID for your husband.
No, my brother is younger than me. He's the same age as my husband.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 5 years older, but I mean, he looks like he's about 20 years older than me.
Mm.
I love it.
Because you look so young.
I know.
Because you're a youngin'.
Youngin.
You got that baby face.
I hope I keep this baby
Yvonne?
face.
Yeah.
I had-
Yeah,
Yvonne.
Yvonne.
5 years ago.
Me,
Now I don't.
me and Yvonne both got babies.
I don't believe that Ray is her age.
Are you a year older than me, Ray? Or are we the same age?
My man's 5 years younger than me.
Yeah, no, but are we the same age? I'm 47.
Ooh, my lady's older than me. She's 72.
Fine.
I'm into that.
We're gonna hear charging in a minute, and we're gonna see Frankie go
Boing!
boing.
Right?
I'm gonna copyright.
Lady's going to come in there and
I'm gonna-
boot the chair.
It's going to be olderrich.com. I'm going to make a dating website so young people can date really old rich people so they can hook up and then get willed their money and pass it on.
Now, see,
But
they always
you have
say,
you have to sign a contract that you will have to love on the old person and take care of them.
you marry the first time for love, but then you marry the second time for money, right? So when you get up to the 8th time, what is it, Frankie?
The 8th time?
Insanity.
Yes. It's
I'm
That's
just
what I'm
crazy.
thinking.
yeah. For good health insurance, that's what it's for.
You're
Because
really getting married
you're
at
nuts, you need
8
those meds. Because
Well, this is my second
no,
marriage.
not 8.
times?
Close
8?
No, not 8.
Huh?
I just joke. I've been married. You don't even want to know.
I've been married
Yeah, no.
twice. This is my
I'm still on
second
my
one.
first.
My mom was married twice, but oh, that's sad.
Second
My
one.
mom was married twice, but oh, that's sad. Both died and raised a son.
My mom's married 3 times.
My mom
Oh.
was married once.
Dana, I'm so sorry to hear all that. I was married multiple times. Yeah.
Multiple isn't the correct answer.
Okay,
Alright,
let's
I need to know
let's
why
do it
each
this
one of them
way.
broke up.
Have you been married so many times the state you lived in sent you a letter saying you couldn't
Feel it.
remarry?
Oh
My-
no, I've not been
My
married.
ex sister-in-law
I don't
has been
think-
married that many times that she got a letter from the
Come
state saying she could
on.
not get. I saw it. She
Spill the
could
tea.
not. She could not remarry in the state of
can't hear
Tennessee.
Wow. That's
That's
the Bible Belt. I
ridiculous.
wouldn't be surprised if they had some law like that.
Yeah, and I think
Wow.
I can't hear you, Vaughn.
Candace's
Well,
like, I won't tell
I
them how
can
many
hear
times.
you.
You can't hear her. She can hear you.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
going
hear
out.
her.
Candace's like, the razor blades are going to come out. We always joke that my lady's going
No,
to,
you
like,
can't
anytime we
see
talk
me.
about it, she's
Don't see her.
going to touch it because she's a Hispanic New Yorker. So like, uh-oh, they get scared. No, she's sweet as pie. She's nicer than me. So, well, until I get her really mad, then she's not so nice.
I was gonna
That's
say,
meaner than
wait
me.
a minute.
Yeah, she's nicer to me 95% of the time, and then that 5% when I really piss her off, then she's whoa.
Husbands have that way of doing that, you know? Like, nobody's ever pissed me off as bad as my husband has.
Yeah.
I don't know, my daughters come close.
So I don't know which is worse, her reaction or me making her that mad. I guess it's me. Probably to blame. That's
I know.
fine.
I'm trying to
I
think.
always apologize. So
I don't think my husband's ever made me that mad. It's always been other people, and he's always had to calm me down.
Mine's made me that mad.
Oh, Dana.
Mine's made me that mad.
Maybe once.
Like
Once.
I get mad, but I don't get that mad. Not like that. No.
Oh, that is so awesome, Dana.
I usually don't let things bother me until they do. And then when they do, watch out.
Oh, yeah. If you get me
Stay
so
out of
mad
the
that I'm
way.
crying, you just might as well back
Yeah.
off because I'm going to start
Right.
swinging.
Yep. If you see tears in my eyes, you better run.
Well, I learned a long time ago. Like I came from the family where when you got into an argument, you resolved it, and you resolved it then. Like it was like you got it out and you resolved it. So then when me and my wife were dating, when we would get into an argument or something, I'd be like, no, we're going to discuss this. Da, da, da. And she would be like, leave me alone. Leave me
Yep.
alone. And then we get to the point where things were coming at my head. And I'm like, oh, I need to leave you alone. That's what I had to learn. So I give her
I had to leave. Like, my husband would get so mad at me because I would just get in the car and leave. In the middle of a fight, I would just go. I'm like, I cannot argue with you because you're not. My husband does not have a mature argument. Like, you can't.
You man. I mean, come on.
He's like, okay, yeah, okay, whatever. Sure, whatever. You know, and then he'll say something serious, and then it's back to, yeah, okay, whatever. Sure, whatever.
Yeah,
And that just makes me want to hit him that much worse.
Or I don't care. Don't say whatever or I don't care because you're going to get it. So, yeah. So that's what.
Yep.
And when I want to really make her mad, that's what I do. I just say whatever or I don't care.
Best way to do it.
Yeah.
The problem is when we're having a legit conversation and I actually don't care because she asked me a question and I say I don't care and then she gets mad and I'm like, wait, no, I didn't mean it that way. I don't mean it that way.
Yep. And whatever, it works that way too. What do you want for dinner? Whatever.
Yeah,
Don't say that to me.
I always say I don't know, and she's always like, "We eat that all the time. Can you come up with something else?"
Right.
Oh my god!
Right? Oh my god.
What makes me the maddest is when my husband, I'll be just hopping mad and he'll just start laughing. And then it's like, I am mad. Stop laughing. And then,
My husband does the same thing.
and then after a few minutes, you're like, I'm still mad at you. Stop laughing.
Yeah.
It's hard to be mad at him when he's laughing at you.
And he'll be giggling because he's made you mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bad. I like to crack jokes sometimes when tensions get high. So yeah, My mom used to tell me that it was so hard to stay mad at me because I would always come back with like some sort of joke to lighten the mood. And my reaction to things, like it's a mechanism. I almost smile or want to laugh because it's my mechanism to deal with it because I don't want to get mad or upset. It's really weird, but I tend to forgive pretty quick, and that seems to be good because where lady for the longest time, she would get mad and be mad for like a week. And I would be like, again, though, my problem, I want to resolve it, but then I'd want to forgive and move on. And I would tell her, I'd be like, look, you could be mad for a week and we could be miserable for a week, or we can resolve this today and then have a week of good. You know what I mean? It's like your choice. I don't want to live that way though. But sometimes I do enough to piss her off to make her mad for a week. So I'm like, oh crap. I'm so bad. I'm horrible.
I can't see you doing something like that.
Oh, I do. I'm awful. I'm laughing at my husband when he's mad.
See, I just forget. Like, I get to the point, I mean, unless it's something like super serious that he's done, which he hasn't done something super serious in a long time. But usually if it's just a petty argument, by the time we get done with the argument, I'm like, why were we even arguing? Like I forget. And the next day it's gone.
Yeah, I forget.
And everything is all good from there.
But it does it for her. It takes a lot because I really got to make her mad because she's so sweet. She's super nice. So it takes a lot to make her mad, And then when she does get mad, I'm like, oh, I effed up. I'm like, I better hide. Now it's not getting her face. It's like, oh, go hide. I
get mad at ignorance though. Like if he does something dumb, I'm like, what? Why? Like why didn't you stop and think before you did that or before you said that? Why would those words come out of your mouth? Like seriously, he blows me away sometimes with some of the things that he says.
We're just stupid. Men are dumb. I get scared though because I've learned the last 2 years that I don't ever really want to make my wife mad at me because she watches Snapped all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And I'm like, shit, I'm in trouble.
She knows.
She's watching the show about women killed her husband.
She knows how to kill you and hide the body and nobody will ever find it.
No, I tell her all the time. I was like, look, the police can solve any crime. They can. It's just a matter of resources. So if they want to invest the time and the resource, they will figure it out. It depends on where the crime happened. So if you are in a nice neighborhood or a well-to-do area, I'm not a well-to-do, but we're in a nice neighborhood, or something like that, they may investigate that. It's not like I'm living in the hood. Do you know what I mean? Where they're like, oh, it's probably just a crash or like it's drug related or whatever. They might, who knows?
Right.
In certain circumstances, they're going to look at you and your class. I hate to say, and they're going to be like, we may want to investigate, and how much media it gets. If it gets media, they're going to be like,
right.
Okay, we're going to look into it. So I told her they can figure it out, and she knows. She watches enough to see of the true crime to learn, and the cold cases that they can find out, and they will find out. So I tell her all the time, I say, don't do it. They'll find you. But no, she does watch that show a lot. She's too sweet. I don't think she would ever do something.
I know my husband came home one day and he goes,
Look at her.
He goes, you've been binge watching all these crime shows. Is there something you need to tell me?
Look at her watch history. They're like,
I actually told my husband that one night. I was like, you realize me watching all these shows right here, I could kill you and tell people that you ran off. That you ran off with another woman or something, and you ran to a stranded island, and they would never look for you, and you would be buried in the backyard, and no one would ever know. So don't piss me off.
They have cadaver dogs now. The cadaver dogs will find you.
But if they don't suspect it,
they always suspect the spouse first. That's the very first person they're going to look for. So,
but I'm very convincing.
But now you're recorded as saying
I've been in prison,
Oh,
remember?
that's true. You got connections. You got connections.
That's right. I know people.
Oh, Canada, you would know if anything were to happen to me, because I'm sure my whole family's on Discord, so you would definitely know.
Why
If you
does
don't,
Canada
just
get to
joke
know how
around
many
about
times
it.
you're married?
she's my manager. She's my longest existing subscriber. She's my manager of my channel. So yeah. That's why she tells you all the rules. Like if you join the Discord or if you come into the channel, and she'll be like da da da. She's my number one mod, my manager. Really good friends, her and a couple other people in my Discord, and we talk and play games together all the time. But I don't think there's probably only been like maybe 3 or 4 streams that she's missed ever, that I've been on.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome. There's another person. He's probably in here lurking, and he never chats. His name's Final Boss. He's a good friend of mine too. He's antisocial, so he only talks when we play games together. So, and once in a while in Discord, he'll throw a comment out there, but in here, but it's rare. He'll put in a command for me if I need it or something every once in a while. But you never know he's there until like he throws a command like into the chat. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah. But they know, like, if you're in my Discord, I don't, like, a lot of people know about my personal life in there. I don't tell too much stuff. You know what I mean? I keep a lot to myself, but they know how many times I've been married.
Yeah, you tell just enough. That's how I am on my live streams. Like, people know just enough, but there's only a few select that know more.
Yeah, yeah. And only, like, I think, like, a couple people know my address, you know. They sent me a couple things. I don't have a P.O. box, though. But I don't worry about that. You can look me up. And my wife gets mad. She's so funny. She's so sweet and so cute. She'll get the mail. And then we'll get those ads and stuff, because she's ripping our address off. And I'm like, hon, it's an address to our house. It's public. It's public junk. It's junk mail. So everybody has our address. I mean, you look us up on Google, our address and our name is right there.
Yes.
Like,
anybody can find your address.
I was like, don't worry about the mail address. It's okay. Don't throw mail away that has account numbers on it. That's different.
Yes.
Address, it's okay. Throw it away. But,
yep. It's amazing what you can find. Like, have you ever tried to Google yourself?
Oh yeah, I can see everything.
There,
like, oh, that's scary. I know.
There are websites.
Pants I wear now on there. Like,
right.
Yeah.
There are websites that I have found. It's so weird because, like, my daughter's father is over $50,000 behind in child support, and nobody can find him. But you can go see what my phone number was when I was in high school.
Oh my God.
You know, like, how is that? Like, how can you see every single thing?
Yeah,
but we don't even know what state he's in.
He's off the grid. He's the Little Caesars pizza commercial.
Security number. He's off the grid.
Yep.
And that's why they can't track him.
And he doesn't have a driver's license. Yeah, so let him get pulled over. He has a felony charge. It's a felony. Like, I actually kept him out of prison because his mom is actually his grandmother. She adopted him. So she was in her 80s and not doing very well, and they were wanting to put him in prison.
That's because you got connected with the warden from your time in prison. We know how you kept him out.
I know. I got connections. I actually told the judge, I wrote a victim's advocate letter to the judge and had to read it in court in front of him. And that was like the hardest thing for me to do because I didn't do it for him. I did it for his mom, you know, like asking the judge not to put him in prison. He's not going to do anybody any good in prison. The child support's still not going to get paid in prison, you know? So what's the point of taking her baby away from her? Cause he's the youngest child. And so they kept him out. They put him on probation. He paid, actually, I think she paid his child support because when she passed away, the child support stopped coming in. So I haven't gotten child support for like 2 years. And even then it wasn't the minimum amount that was due. So yeah, it's over $50,000 and she'll be 17 in December. So that shows you how much he hasn't paid.
See, he'll never have a good job because they'll garnish the hell out of him.
Well, he owns his own business. That way they can't garnish it. If you own your own business or if you get paid cash under the table, which both he's done, You won't get a real job, like a clock in out job.
Right. Wow.
So
That's insane.
when they own their own business, there's nothing that they can do about it. Brody, close the door.
Maybe I should open my own business.
Right? Those
Off the
46
grid.
42 kids.
42 kids, it's expensive.
Right?
At McDonald's right now.
I bet they are. I know the one, and my daughter is crazy expensive. My son isn't too bad yet. He wants McDonald's every night, but
I make my kids get a job. They've had jobs since they were 2. No, I'm just kidding. I worked since I was 13. I had to buy everything. My parents were like, they're like, you want it, you go work. And I remember even before I was 13, I would have to go out and cut grass. I would have to go and wash cars, rake leaves, whatever it was, to get money if I wanted to go do anything. Like if I wanted to go to the skating rink or go bowling or whatever, or go to a movie, I had to go that week out. I had to know ahead of time because I had to go out and do these things to earn money and then go and do it because my parents wouldn't give me money. And then when I was 13, I worked a job getting paid under the table until I was 15. And then when I was 15, I got paid regular. And then I've worked ever since. And then when I was 17, I got my first car. I paid for it myself. I paid my own car insurance. I paid for my own gas. If I wanted any food or clothes, I bought it all myself. Like they wouldn't buy me anything.
it's like you're telling my life story. That's the same. Like I started babysitting when I was 8, and I started working when I was 14 under the table, and then got put on the books when I was 15. And this time that I'm off right now, this is the longest. I got fired in April. This is the longest that I've been my entire life without a job, and I'm 40.
Yeah, I had
Right.
but like when I was,
why are you sleeping?
before I was 17, the only time I ever got clothes for my family was
I'm gonna let
before
y'all
school
go.
started. You're leaving?
She's falling asleep.
Bye,
Yeah.
Ray.
Night, Ray.
Bye, Ray.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be
Night,
ending
night.
the stream in a short bit anyway. But good night, Ray. Thanks for coming.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.
See you
Tell your hubby
tomorrow,
we
the
said
next
hi.
day.
Will do.
Bye.
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 So yeah, like my parents would buy me like right before school started, they would buy me like 3 shirts and like 2 pairs of jeans, and then that was it. And I had to make that last throughout the year. And it sucked because I'd be wearing the same 3 shirts. It's 5 days. You go to school 5 days, and I only had 3 shirts.
Right.
So I'd be wearing like a t-shirt that I got from a bowling league, or like my work t-shirt, one of the days. And it was kind of embarrassing, but they wouldn't spend money on me. Like they were super cheap.
Right.
And my mom had no money. My dad was cheap. So there was a difference. And so once I hit 17, I started buying my own stuff. And when I was 18, I turned 18, and I was living at my dad's. He made me pay rent. And then I moved out like a couple months later. I was like, if I'm paying you rent and all this stuff, I was like, I'll go someplace else with friends or somewhere.
Right.
Pay rent and have my own
Enjoy
place.
yourself.
But my mom would
Hang on
work
a sec.
3 jobs. She just didn't have money. So it was like kind of one of those things. But we were dirt poor. We had more phone numbers than the phone book, because we would get a phone number, and then like 2 months later it would be disconnected, and then we wouldn't have a phone for a couple months, and then we would get a new phone number, and then same thing, 2 months later it was disconnected because she didn't pay the bill.
Oh no.
But that's how she would cycle it. So because she wouldn't pay the bill, she would get the phone number, we would have it for a couple months, and once it was past due and then the second month came around and she wasn't paying it, they just cut it off, and then she'd wait a couple months and get a new phone. It was just like, oh, okay.
That's very clever.
Yeah.
My mom was a single mom working 3 jobs, raising 3 kids. So
Same here, because there was
we just
3 of us at the time.
we were just poor. We just didn't have the money. And like mom got credit cards back then. That's when she started building her credit. And she did really good. I don't know how she did it, but she did. She would take care of all of us
Bye,
and still
Dana.
pay the bills. And Sorry, what?
I'm sorry, I didn't notice that Dana had that saying bye.
Oh, bye, Dana. I don't have chat pulled up. When I have chat pulled up, I can't look at the screen and see you guys, so I go back and forth. But yeah, Mom did, like, she would get credit cards and for like JCPenney's, and I would be able to go in there, and I got one Guess purse, and I got my Nike jacket. Like, I went to a rich school, you know, everybody had money.
Mhm.
Everybody's family were doctors and lawyers and all that stuff, and I didn't have all that. So Mom did the best that she could with what she had, and then I got braces, and my dad refused to pay what his insurance wouldn't cover. So Mom was going to be responsible for the other. It was either $1,000 or $1,500 on my braces. And that's why I started working when I was 14, so that I could pay for my braces. And I did. I paid my car payment every month. My mom added me on to her insurance. So my insurance was really low. I had a little Cavalier, so it only took $20 and filled that whole tank up for the whole week.
Back then when gas was cheaper though.
Right, exactly.
I remember scrounging
we
for
made
like
it work.
$2 just to put some gas in the car.
Yes,
Now you
yes. I
can't.
gotta make it.
$2 will get you nothing. Get you a drop.
That's right. $3 is like peeing in the tank.
Yeah.
Back then it worked though, but yeah, it was interesting.
Well,
So that's cool. Like hearing you say that, because
oh yeah, it's same thing, you know. And
yeah.
the sad thing though. Okay, so I have an older sister, right? And I had a younger sister who was 2 years younger than me who passed away, right, when she was 19 and I was 21. But then I have a half sister who is 19 years younger than me, right, on my dad's side. So
right.
I told you my dad is super cheap, bought me 3 shirts, 2 pairs of jeans. and that was it, right? I had to pay for everything when I lived there. I had to cook dinner, do chores, everything, right? And then pay rent. My sister, my younger sister, who's 19 years younger, everything paid for. Everything you can imagine. They would go to Disney every year. I never went on a single vacation the time I lived there. They went to Disney every year. They pay for her car insurance, gas for the car a lot of the times. They let her live there without rent until she had a baby. And then they finally were like, well, you and the baby can live here. But her soon-to-be husband, who she's married to now, he couldn't live there. And so she ended up moving out because of that. But they still pay for everything. They still watch her kid for free. And with me, and they pay for her college, right?
Wow.
And I had to pay for my own college. I went like tens of thousands of dollars in debt to pay for college. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, wow, okay. But my older sister has so much resentment now with my dad and that side of the family. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it sucks and it does bother me. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm not going to hate him for it. It is what it is. And I try to look at it as they're in a different situation now than they were when we were little. There was 3 of us when we were little versus 1 at this stage. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, it is what it is. You know, maybe they have more money, whatever the case may be. But I'll remember this, and this pissed me off to like more than anything that he ever didn't do for me. When me and Lady, we split one time, like years ago. This is like 7 years ago. We split, and I moved out. And I got my own apartment, and my dad was helping me move some stuff from the one apartment into that apartment. And he's like, oh, how much does this apartment cost you? And I was like, oh, it's cost me this much money. And he's like, that's more than my mortgage. And I'm like, wow, okay. And then he's like, well, how much do you make? And I never tell anybody how much I make, but I told him, I was like, it's my dad, whatever, you know what I mean? What do I care? So I told him how much I made. He's like, I make more than that retired. I was like, oh. So your mortgage is cheaper and you make more retired. I said, how about you pay off my school loan for me? Oh, I can't do that. What are you talking about? That's crazy talk. And I'm like, well, you're paying for my sister who dropped out of school. You're paying for her student loans that she got. And the thing of that is she got the student loan money and took it and dropped out. and they're still paying it back to keep her credit from going bad. They're paying for it.
Wow.
And I'm
But
like,
he won't even throw a chunk on yours.
yeah, I was like, okay, Dad. I was like, whatever. I was like, it's cool. And I got mad for the moment, and I was like, okay. But again, I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. I made the decision when I turned 18 and I moved out, and I had the conversation with him, man to man, at that time, so to speak. You know what I mean? I said,
Right.
I will never come back to your house, and I will never ask for anything from you again. I was like, you've never given me anything. You gave me a roof and you gave me food. I was like, and I'm grateful for that. I said, but when I needed other things, you didn't give it to me.
But that's
But
mandatory as a parent. I mean, that's he did his mandatory duties with you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I felt. So, but I was like, okay, you know what? I won't ask for any of that. So as time went on, I was just like, okay, you know, so I made a mention of it because I wanted to make a point like, hey, you're doing this.
Right.
You're paying for her school. You're paying for her car. You're paying for her insurance. You're paying for her baby. You're doing all these things. And me and my sister struggle.
And
But
that's why the kids are brats today.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
they still live with
right there.
with his grandparents. Now the grandparents want him out. And I'm like, well, I wonder why. Because
Right.
look at you.
I mean, you
don't
got to
have
grow up
any-
sometime.
Yeah.
And that's one thing, like, you know, I started
Yeah,
working
can't
when
make
I was
myself.
young. Yes, my mom was a single mom. I was the babysitter when I was 12 years old. My brother was 6 and my baby brother was 2 weeks old when my mom got her 3rd job. I was babysitting when he was 2 weeks old.
Mm.
I had to. That's what I had to do to help my mom. She couldn't afford a babysitter,
Right.
you know, and I was 12 years old. I was a very mature 12-year-old. So mom has always said that I'm like her better half. I'm her spouse, you know, and I take like great pride in that. That makes me proud of who I am today because of the shit that I had to do when I was younger. You know,
Yeah.
I had to step it up. I had to grow up. And when I turned 17, I got my car, I got my license, I had my fun. And then I went right back to, I mean, I still had a job that whole time, but I went to college for a little bit. I was working 2 jobs, you know, I did it. So, you know, I don't know. It's just crazy that, like, I get so mad at my daughter when she's like, Mom, I need $1. I'm like, get a job.
Get a job. Yeah.
I need $1.
Mhm.
I don't have a job. I don't have $1. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, she's almost 17. Get a job.
Yeah. And it's scary because when they get older, it's going to be very difficult for them when things start to happen. Because, like, for example, in the beginning of the stream, I explained my dog, we just had to unfortunately put her down this week. She was very sick. So we just spent $5,000 plus this week to try to treat her. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. And in the beginning of the year, we had to replace our HVAC, which was another $6,000. So it's like in 1 year, we bought a car that we don't have. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like nothing is accountable for it. I mean, we have heat and AC, gay. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But you know what I mean? It's just like, well, these things happen, and you know, we're gonna have to pay for that. You know, and you know, and kids nowadays, like my sister, they have no understanding of what it means to be in the real world. And I'm all for helping your kids in certain ways, and I'm all for helping them out and teach them how to do things. But I work with people, and I know people just in general who do everything for their kids on up to they're 25, 30 years old, and they're still calling doctors for them. They're still calling insurance companies or this or that or whatever. And I'm like, wait, how old are they? And I'm like, they're almost my age. And I'm confused. I'm like, okay, I get it. If you need help, like, hey, I've never dealt with this before. What should I do? And you help them. But when you're the one actually doing it, I'm like, wow.
See, that's how, like, with my mom and my brother, he's 12 years younger than I am. He has 3 kids.
Powerball.
A fiance. Neither one of the adults in the house work consistently. And there's 3 kids. Okay, well, you have a mortgage to pay every month. You have your utilities to pay every month. And my mom has helped him out so many times that, or actually, and you know, I call it enabling, but she's helped him out so much that when we needed help financially, my mom couldn't help us.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't have the money to help us, and we really needed help. We were down. We get by. So if something happens, we don't have a fallback fund. You know, we don't have a savings put back.
Yeah.
So like with our furnace, if something happened, we would be in like I'd have to call my mom. We don't have that safety net. And if mom has helped him too much, we're just screwed.
Yeah.
We're going to go stay with mom that week or, you know, that month or whatever. Like it's ridiculous. So I don't like that. It's accept responsibility for your own actions. You got kids, grow up and take care of your kids, pay your bills, you know, be an adult. It's fun sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
It's a good feeling.
Issues and moments where she's needed some help with stuff, and she's asked my dad, and he's been like, "Nope, can't do it." And it's like, okay, well, but at the end of the day, you know, I know really well. I love him. I love him to death. You know what I mean? He is my dad. He's a good guy. He works hard. He worked hard all his life, and I try to look at it as different circumstances, different timing. It's the way life is. Because if the roles were reversed, I would be the one that he would be taking care of. You know what I mean? And some people, I try to look at it this way. Some people are built to be able to deal with things and figure it out, and others are not. And yes, you end up enabling them, but at the same time, some people just can't. They can't function in the world the way they need to, unfortunately, without that. And I don't hold that against them, you know.
But I think that's in how they were raised.
Okay, and that's where I was going. Now, however, if they are intelligent people, but yet you spoil them, then that's different. Okay.
Yeah.
I try not to be judgmental. Like you talk, like in your streams, I try not to be judgmental. I try to look at it like, because there's never a black and a white. There's always gray in every situation.
And there's always an individual story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're talking about, you know, siblings and stuff. Like I said, I've got a younger brother. My mom treated my brother and myself different. My brother did absolutely no wrong, and he was spoiled. I'll just lay it out there. He was spoiled. Anything he wanted, he got. They would take out loans for him. He's never paid any of them back. Now, if I was to ask my dad, hey, you know, we needed help, because there was a couple of times that we needed help, I told my dad, I would go to my dad, because my mom wouldn't have peed on me if I was on fire. But I went to my dad and I said, you know, we need a little bit of help, but I cannot pay you back until income tax time. And my dad would say, okay. And I would pay him back. And my dad said, the only reason why I ever tell you okay is because you do pay me back.
Right.
But then every time we tried to pay him back, he would turn around and stick the money in our car.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd find it like 2 or 3 weeks later or something, you know.
Right.
It was like, Dad, I gave you that money. And he's like, you tried to pay me back.
And that's what
it. Yeah, and that's all it was. Yeah. But, you know, it just makes me mad of how much my brother took advantage of him, you know. And he still does to this day. He's a spoiled little brat. Takes care of my dad.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's the worst when somebody says that they need the money for this or that. And like my mom does it for my brother because the kids, you know, I mean, when they lived in this house, they lived here for 3 years. They paid 2 months worth of rent, 3 months worth of rent, the whole 3.5 years that they were here. And as soon as we move in, mom's like hounding every month for rent. We have to pay. You know, if we don't pay, she said she's going to kick us out and sell the house. And she will.
Mm.
But when they lived here, it was okay. And she paid for their cable. I'm like, how's that? Like, we're sitting here stretching money to make sure we have food on the table. But yet, when they lived here, they didn't pay for anything, and you paid for cable.
Mm.
You know, like, that doesn't make sense to me. But it's how I was raised. She raised me to know, you know, financially better, and she
Right.
knows that she didn't do that with him. So he's the baby.
Yeah.
But see, I know I've heard my dad say, like, yeah, it's basically like, you know, I'm a different person than them, than my sisters. And so he doesn't feel he needs to or should give me anything. And my dad's also, though, old school. He's a very old school blue collar guy. He worked in the union.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you're a man. You need to be working. You need to be doing this and doing that. And I get it. You know what I mean? And it's cool. It is what it is. My mom, on the other hand, would give you the shirt off her back. She was that type of person. Like she would go broke, giving you everything she had. Now she didn't used to be that way growing up. she would want to give us things and treat us here and there, but as much as I love my mom, when we were young, there were times where if she needed a carton of cigarettes, sugar, and tea bags because she drank, and cream because she drank tea and she smoked, it was that, or we needed something to eat. Well, guess what's going to happen? She's getting her cigarettes, she's getting her tea. And we were going to have to figure something else out. And unfortunately, that's how it was when we were little. She changed. She became a great person. Like really, she did. She just got herself in a better situation as well. So therefore, she could give everything. You know, she didn't have to choose between one or the other. You know what I mean? But she would have been, in her later years, she was the type of person that would say, okay, I'll sacrifice now to give to you, instead of it being the other way around. You know?
I think the best thing that happened to my brother, and I mean, I don't want anybody to think I'm being rude or anything, was when my mom died. Because she was no longer able to enable him to be a lazy person. And my dad just basically said, you're a man, you're married, get some balls and work.
Right.
And since then, my brother, well, divorced his first wife, and he's gotten his life straightened out, and he's financially stable now, and he doesn't ask for anything. And he's actually started helping my dad, which he never, ever did. It was always up to me and my husband to take care of my mom and my dad and stuff. But now he's actually become a man. And I think if my mom was still alive, he would still be the selfish little, it's all about me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because at the time he was being enabled.
Yeah,
so.
He was being enabled.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Life's hard.
It is.
Around. And
I kind of feel like that with my brother. I think that once, you know, my mom is not getting younger, you know, and if he doesn't get his act together, you can't just buy this and buy that and turn around and sell it and make profit off of it and pay your mortgage, you know, like, and raise your 3 kids. And he has 3 boys. So all the boys are seeing that. And no, his father wasn't around when he was younger, so he didn't really have that male role model. But my mom was a kick-ass mom. You know, she worked her ass off. And so she still does. You know, she's in her almost 60s, and she's like always working. She works 16-hour shifts, and she's a nurse. She went back to school in her 40s to get her license to be a nurse. And
that's cool.
She's working 16-hour shifts 4, 5, 6 days a week, standing on her feet the entire day, you know. And she's a good nurse. Like, she doesn't do it for the money. She does. She loves the money, of course, but she does it because she wants to help people. She works in a nursing facility, and like that was one thing that once she started doing the nursing facilities, she told my grandmother she was never going into a home. She was like, you'll move in with me if it comes down to it. And it would be the same way with me and my mom. Like I wouldn't ever put her in a home if she gets to that point where she's just, can't do anything on her own anymore. Then we'll live together and I'll take care of her. I'm not a nurse, but I have a lot of nursing experience.
Yeah.
So
it takes a special person for that.
Right.
My
and
mom
you can tell the ones that are in it
for a short period, and then she went back home right for the last 2 weeks. But it's tough. It's hard to take care of somebody. So my hat's off.
It is.
People that do it.
It's very stressful. I did it for 2 different Bettys. Actually, they were both named Betty, and they both died when they were 95. And the first Betty she was so smart. She was so intelligent. Oh my gosh. She was a very, very independent woman. She had never been married, no kids, nothing. She was just very, very happy by herself, and everybody loved her. She was very well known around Muncie. And up until the day she passed, she was still walking herself. She had a walker, but it was like a speedy roller. I mean, she would walk faster than me some days. Like I'd go over there at 10 o'clock in the morning every Thursday, and with my back the way it is, like when I get there, I'd be like, "Okay, Betty, I'm moving really slow today." I would have to tell her to slow down because she was walking faster than me. I'm like, "Betty, hang on."
That's funny.
I'm slow today. Hang on. So. But you have to do it because it's something that you enjoy. If you don't enjoy doing it, don't do it.
Yeah.
It's just like YouTube. You can't fake it. People see through that. And if you're a nurse for the money, that's the worst nurse to have.
Yep.
The worst nurse.
Yeah, it's funny because on YouTube, if I'm not in the mood, I don't even bother getting on, because I talk to my friends like Canada and stuff, and I'll be talking to her in Discord or whatever, and I'll be like, "Nah, not tonight," because I can't fake. I'm one, I wear my emotions, and I can't fake it. I'm not a liar, and I can't be something I'm not. So if I'm not energized enough or feel happy enough to give you guys something good and entertaining and fun, then I don't want to do it, and that's why I took the break. Probably the same reason why you took a break, when you did it, Mandy, because I was going through a spell of time where every day when I got home, I was just like, I was so physically and mentally, emotionally drained. And there was just no way I could have got on. And I see people all the time, like I'll get on their channel and they just don't talk or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but that's, first, I don't find it entertaining. And then second, that's not what my channel's about. And I don't want to provide something to somebody and then all of a sudden one day I'm just like, yeah, you entertain me. You know what I mean?
That's how I felt.
So
that's how I was feeling. Like the last live that I did before I took my break, I had one of my so-called friends over here, and we were working on a thing for her daughter. And in the beginning of the stream, you can tell I'm excited, like I'm trying, like I pump myself up to do it. I'm like, yay, I have somebody here with me that's crafting with me. I'm not doing it by myself this time, and so, but then by the end of the stream, you can tell I just wasn't in it. I was not in it any longer. I just couldn't do it. I had too much real life shit going on that I couldn't leave it at the craft room door. Right. And that's what I try to do. And it was just piled up too high that it was coming in with me. And I couldn't focus on what I was making. I couldn't focus on, as a streamer, we hear everybody's problems, their issues, their celebrations, it's a lot to take on. And I love that. I love being able to be a part of somebody's life. That's why I do my channel, to be friends, but at that point it was like, there was so much that was on my shoulders. And then I didn't want to spew it out all over YouTube and bring everybody else down. But I also couldn't hear anybody else's stories at the time. And I was just like, I gotta get this stuff under control. I just got to get my life under control. And I had a year and a half of major depression. I have been depressed in my life before, but I've never had it that bad. I mean, I went 2 or 3 weeks without showering. That's how bad it was. I didn't give two shits about myself. You know, like as long as my kids were taken care of, that was all that mattered to me. And it took me, every time I would start to feel up, something else would happen. You know, like we lost my grandmother in April. So it, like I was feeling up then, I got knocked right back down. And then June, I started feeling a little bit better and a little bit better. And then August, I'm like, I'm going to try it again. And so, you know, here we are. And Blood asked what I was drinking. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. I have a big 64-ounce mug that I made my own cozy. It's out of a pipe wrap, so it keeps it nice and icy and cold. And that's what it is. So sorry, Blood asked.
Yeah, I hadn't been back on YouTube very long before Mandy had came back on because I took a hiatus. I mean, I just I vanished. I ghosted on everybody. It really didn't affect my channel because, well, nobody ever came to my channel. So that was one of the I had
take that as a good thing.
I had 2 people who would faithfully come in, and it just got everybody else's problems. Like Mandy was saying, you hear everybody else's problems, and I had recently had lost my job and everything, and it just everything piled up, and I was like, I had a total mental and emotional breakdown, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. And I was like,
but see, as a smaller channel, take that as a good thing, because I only had 500 and something subscribers, you know, like not only that's a good amount, but when I left, it made so many people mad, and people felt hurt because I ghosted, and people talked smack on live streams, and you know, it made it that much worse. It made it that much harder to come back, because I'm like, what are people saying about me? You know, what am I walking into? Am I going to be attacked?
I was in your last stream, and I remember you saying you were going to come the next live you were supposed to do. You were going to talk about how to grow your channel. And I'm like, yes, I want to hear this. And
right.
So I kept looking for you and kept looking for you. And the first thing that went through my mind is, oh no, something happened with your nephews. And that's what went through my mind. And I was like, okay, so I had, you know, we weren't friends on Facebook at the time, and I didn't know how to, because I only knew you as Mandy, and you know, how do I find Mandy on Facebook? But yeah, I was like, oh no, my favorite YouTuber left, and I was just like, hey, she's ghost, I'm going.
And that was a lot of pressure too. Like, you know, I enjoy people depending on my streams and finding it as a place to vent. You know, people feel comfortable to talk about things, and that's what I want. And when I left, I thought we had built a family strong enough, you know, that if I'm not here, we still have the group on Facebook. There's other people in here that have channels too. You know, like they'll survive. They'll be okay. I got to fix me, you know, and we actually did lose our nephews. CPS took our nephews from us because we were letting the parents see that my nephew's too much. So they took them from us and gave them to her parents, which was the worst thing that they could have possibly done for the kids. But it was the best thing for the parents, because the parents got their shit together and got the kids back 6 months later. So, but it was hard on us, and that's what was getting ready to happen. And we knew that was happening. So that was one of the last things that did happen. But yeah, then, you know, when I leave, it wasn't strong enough to go on without me. Like everybody said, you were the glue. Without you, it all fell apart. Well, I don't want that. You know, I don't want me to be the glue. You know, like I want everybody to be the glue. I want everybody to stick together. Right. So I think that's kind of why I branched out more when I came back. I mean, just like, you know, with you, Frankie, like so many of the people that watch my streams watch your streams, you know. So if there's something that
people from just going into your stream, since I went in there, I probably got about 50 people from the crafting community that are now subscribers and they actually come into my streams. So I've met so many people and they're all awesome,
and that's great. And you're an easy guy to talk to, so that's kind of where I say when I say I'm doing stuff differently this time, that's kind of one of the things that I'm doing differently. I want them to have I want everybody to have different resources. I know we have people that are housebound. We have people that are bedbound, that they can't get out of bed. They can't leave their house. YouTube is their escape from their bed or their house, So I don't want to have to worry about what I'm affecting somebody else if I need to take a week off or if I need to take a year off, So if I can get other branches out there and get other people on those branches, then that's amazing. And it's supporting everybody. It's building everybody up. It's helping everybody.
Yeah, I can't believe, Mandy said, hey, go into this grow stream. And I'm like, right, whatever. And just the outpour of love in other communities that I didn't even know existed on YouTube or even thought about looking up on YouTube. Like I've said before, both of my kids game. The only thing I ever looked up was the paranormal because I'm into that, and I'm into horror and crafting. So those were the only three things I ever really looked up. I never thought about looking up fishing channels or other gaming channels. And I've met this whole new community, and they've actually embraced me too and my quirkiness. It's awesome. Like you said, to branch out and meet these other people and have them come in and, even if they don't craft, throw their input in. Like we made the FrankieG bobbleheads,
That's right. And those bobbleheads are famous now. I'm telling you. And it wouldn't have happened. And, that's what other crafters are so mad at me. Because I'm the crafter that started bringing non-crafters into the crafting community, and I'm not doing it right. And I'm doing sub for sub, and I'm only doing it to get monetized, to try to make money, and blah, 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 blah. And that's all bullshit. I mean, that's not why I do it. And if that's what you think, I'm glad you're not in my channel, because that's not what it is.
I did the same. Like when I started my channel, I even said it in the beginning. I'm like, I'm doing gaming mostly. Right. And I've branched out since then. When I came back from my break, I was like, okay, I'm not just doing gaming anymore. Although it does, I lose a group of people because I'm not just doing gaming, but I'm more focused on the right people. Okay. I don't need to have 20 million subs. If you're not the right people that want to come into this community and be part of this family, then you're not the right person for this. Because if I don't get to 1,000 for 2 years, then I don't. Because I used to get mad, and I'd be like in that gaming community, and I would see all my friends and they're growing, and then I would judge myself against them, and I would get mad or this or that. And then I was like, no, I'm losing focus of why I started this. Gaming was the thing that got me in, but it wasn't my big overall focus. My focus is everybody, the people. And that's why I had the Discord, and I love Discord. And if it wasn't for the Discord, my channel would have suffered really bad when I took a break. And I lost probably 50 subs during my break. But most of that was partly YouTube just constantly kicking. But luckily with my Discord, I was able to keep my family core. All those people were there, and they would come in, and I would talk to them. I talk to them personally. We all DM each other. I have conversations every single day with probably a dozen people, at least. You know what I mean? And I loved it. And that's part of what kept my substance in my channel. When I came back, they were there. And now I'm gaining so many new friends from you guys. And it's awesome because, I'm learning things about crafting. I'm learning things about other communities that are coming in. So I forget her name, but there's an RV community, and there's other. Yeah, and I'm like, and they're all subbing to me. So then I go back and I check out their videos, and I'm subbing to them, and I'm learning things, and I'm just like, and just not even necessarily learning, but I just learn about them and picking up like on different like little things that they're doing and they're saying and messages that they give, and it's really nice. And a lot of it is positive. Like, and the funny thing with the, like you were talking about, like the crafting community, half of it is mad at you. Well, with the gaming community, it's polarizing because half the gaming community is so good and they're so like intertwined and like networking and everything. And then there's the half that are all about the control. I got to be the best and I'm better than you. And I'm going to troll you and wreck you. And it's all about me. And it's like, nope. I was kind of sliding over that way for a while. And I'm like, that's not me. That's not what I'm about. I want to be about people coming in, having a place to go and talk. Because let me tell you something. A lot of my friends that I've met, like you said, the bedridden ones and things of that nature, house-ridden ones, a lot of my friends have social issues.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
A lot of them. And I'm like, this is where they start to feel comfortable. And then I talk to them privately and they feel comfortable with me. And, and it's funny because I start to see them come out more. They're coming out of their shell. They're growing with people. And it's because of the type of community that we're creating in here. If you start worrying about all those things, like I was, like sub counts, and I want to hit 1,000. I want to have a lot of people, but I don't want to have it for the wrong reasons. I don't want to have it just because I want to be monetized. I want to have it because I want them to enjoy. I want them to come here. I want them to enjoy what I provide them and what everybody I'm talking to, what they provide to them, and vice versa.
And it will happen like once when you have your mind straight. When I came back in the very beginning in August, like middle of August, I came back and I was like, crap, I can't go live. That's all my channel is going live. I have to have 1,000 subscribers. I had 500 and something, I was like, I've got to start networking. I got to find where to grow, like I knew that there were sub things. I know you can buy subs, like I couldn't go to that extreme, but I knew that there were in between. But so I finally found the few that I found, the grow streams that I found, and I was like, okay, I'm going to try this out. So I get in there, and on September 1st, 564, September 15th, I had 1120. And it was me making friends. It was me learning how to do things. It was me growing a family. And then those people started coming into my streams and more and more and more, and I still go to those grow streams. I've been on the panel in some of those grow streams, I mean, just like Blood X coming into my channel the other day. He's almost up to 6,000 subscribers. He's a big channel, like that's awesome. It's so cool that I'm not being looked over, like I'm branching out and meeting new people, and the numbers don't matter, like it doesn't matter if you have 10,000 or if you have 30. Right. Like you're still the same person. And so that's awesome. Right. And that's what's going to make you grow. And that's why I'd say you'll be at 1,000 before you know it. It will happen.
Well, I would be like, oh, I only had 30 views. And I'm like, yeah, that sucks because I want to reach more people. But I'm like, at least 30 people came in. And I touched 30 people's lives today, one way or another. And like I put up the stupid video clips today, right?
Yeah.
And somebody disliked it, and I was like, really? I was like, okay, whatever. But I was like, somebody messaged me and they're like, wow, you really like kind of like you made my day. You made me smile. And I'm like, good. Because I know for a fact that person had a bad day yesterday. And when they came in, they're like, you made me smile. I was like, good. I was like, good. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? It was a 15-second clip. It was stupid. I embarrassed myself. But at the end of the day, I think somebody got a smile out of it. You know what I mean? And I get on here and I'm like, oh, I got to look cool. I got to be the man. I'm like, I got to be, this and that. But I'm like, nah, I'm just going to be me. I got to just be me. And I want to be genuine. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I had somebody tell me yesterday, and I popped in just to say hi and drop a like, and they were like, I'm not saying this to be whatever, but they were like, you're one of the most genuine, nicest, greatest people on YouTube that I've met. And I was like, well, that was probably the nicest thing I've heard anybody say to me. and it just
Right.
choked me up. And I'm like, wow. I was like, it does pay to just be natural and be nice. And I think not just that, but the reason behind what we're doing. If you're doing it for the right reasons, the effect it's having on somebody. And it means a lot. I had a friend who has had multiple brain surgeries, and he has a lot of issues. And he said to me a few months ago, before I ended up taking a break, he had to take a break too, but he said that his doctor said that something had changed in a few months span, that he had gotten so much better, like way better. He was better socially, emotionally, intellectually. And he's like, I don't know what you've been doing. He said, I've been playing games with a friend of mine. And he's like, keep doing it. And I was like, wow, you know what, that felt good. And he told me, he's like, dude, you and a couple other people are a part of that. And I was just like, well, thank you. You know, and I keep in touch with him. I talk to him all the time because it means a lot to me now. You know what I mean? And you guys mean a lot. It's, I don't know. I love the community that this has become. I no longer am just gaming. I hardly game. I game less. I'm enjoying doing the chat streams more now than I even do gaming. And it's funny that that's kind of what my channel's become. And I have people actually requesting me to do chat streams. And I'm like, oh, okay. But it's funny because a while back when I would do a chat stream, it was like nobody would show up. I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
and see, you can get the best of both worlds that way, you know? I mean, I don't do one or the other, you know, I kind of do all at once, but with games, obviously you can't do it that way. But actually, Ray was the very first person who gave me my first compliment, like that really like was one of those touching compliments, you know, because before I took my break, she came into my stream and she started talking and she kept coming back. And she sent me a message one night and she was like, I wanted to thank you because you are the first person who actually noticed me and who actually spoke to me. She was like, every time I go into a stream, the streamer never acknowledges me. It's like I'm invisible. And like other people in chat will talk to her, but it was like she was getting disregarded. And that was my first compliment. And I was like, bingo. You know, like that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm the slowest crafter in the universe. That's why I read every single chat that comes through, you know, because
that's why I give you a hard time. Like I tease you because I know that's why you are the way you are. And I enjoy it. I don't like I like to poke fun at it. I'm like, oh yeah, look at you. You've done one craft in 7 hours.
Yeah. 9 hours later, and there's one eye put on.
24 hours later, straight, and we finally got one thing accomplished.
That's like Canada. Canada's the same way with me. That's why Canada, I call her my manager, and she's probably my closest friend on here and in Discord. And we've become such good friends. And it's the same thing. She in the beginning of my stream, like my channel, she stuck with me, and she's just like, you know, she was so sweet and just so I don't know, just nice and loyal. And I'm like, I love her. She's great. She's like family, like absolutely like family to me. Her and a couple other people, like I said. So, and Ray's so sweet. Ray's a sweetie. She's nice. You guys,
she is.
That's awesome.
I love it. I have people that come into the stream, like I won't say any names, but we have one person that comes in, and you know, my son is special. My son is autistic, and there's special people that come into my stream too. And anytime he's in there, he's always, I love you, Mandy. You're my favorite. You know,
awesome.
Like I love coming in here. I know this place is safe. I know I'm not gonna. I know how safe it is. And we've actually started talking on Instagram chat. And you know, like there was somebody in a chat a couple days ago when I was live that she came up and said hi. She said, usually I'm here, but I'm usually lurking. And it was the first time that she had spoken. She told me that she was watching me before I took my break. And she said that she's just very shy. And as soon as she said that, everybody attacked her. Like, don't be shy. We want you to talk, you know, like it was great. And then she did for the rest of the time. It was totally awesome for that stream, and then I ended and I started a new one, and she came back in that one too. Like, I like that. I love my lurkers, you know, of course I do. Like, I'm glad you're there, and you
Yep.
know, if there's a smile on your face, or I can make you laugh, or you can sit there and, you know, cuss me up one side down the other,
Right.
whatever you want to, as long as you're having fun, you know.
Yeah, I was a lurker for a long time in Mandy's streams because, like Ray said, there was other streams. For those of you who don't know, I don't mind saying it. I'm dyslexic, so my spelling is atrocious, and I have been made fun of for spelling words wrong. And I
spell everything wrong, so don't worry.
Right?
I just spell it wrong. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one thing if they just laugh, but I can read lips. Because that's when I was taught sign language because of my dyslexia. So I know sign language, so I know how to read lips. And this one YouTuber just kept on. It was very blatant. And so after that, I stopped talking in anybody's chats. And then I went into Mandy's, and she was talking about living in Muncie, and I was like, oh, I used to live there. So I kind of just popped in real quick and then snuck back out. And then I'd pop back in and then I'd sneak back out. And she started talking to me, and then I was watching one day, and she's like, well, I wonder if Yvonne's going to be in here tonight. And I was like, what? She knows who I am? And so then I would just say hi, and I'd start lurking again. And she'd go, well, I know I saw her. And I'd say, I'm still here, lurking. Being quiet.
Hiding back here.
Yeah.
But I don't want somebody, I know how it feels to be ignored. You know, there's one YouTuber that is infamous in the crafting community for not reading chat, you know, and there are others that they don't read chat. They're crafting, they're talking, you know, whatever.
I'm bad for chat. Sorry.
Well, no, it's like
when I'm playing, that is. When I'm playing games, it's
you can tell.
For me.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, that's hard. You can't like do that slowly on the side, like with the crafting, you know. I understand gaming is totally like different.
ADD thing or something, I think. So it makes it hard to remember, oh crap, I gotta look.
Right. So focused. But no, like this one YouTuber, she just, unless you've sent her something or you've donated money to her or you know, something like that, those are the people that she talks to. And I made so many friends in her chat because we all felt like we were in the same boat, you know, like we all felt like we were being
acknowledging you.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I'm going to start streaming, you know, at least that way when people come in, I'll be able to talk to them all. I'm a slow typer on my phone. It's hard to type, you know, I mean, these two thumbs can only go that fast, you know, so if I can talk it instead of, which I don't know if that's any better because I'm a slow talker too. So I don't know, but you know, at least they can have a full conversation. That's right. That's true.
Just with my southern draw, half the time nobody can.
I know I was telling him about your word you said the other day. I can't remember what you said though.
The why.
And then I kept saying, yeah, the what?
The why.
The what?
Yeah, it's the Y, like the letter Y.
The YMCA Y?
No, there's a place up here where they train the lifeguards called the Y. It's WYE. Don't know how that spells Y, but
it spells Y the way you say it.
I'm
perfect for me.
I get distracted and then I forget to read sometimes, like when I'm playing games. And I'm finding I got to get used to doing these panels and talking to the stream because I feel like I don't want to interrupt what people are saying to say something to with the chat, but at the same time I don't want to neglect the chat. So I'm kind of like I got to figure that out. But
it's best if you pause, take a break.
Yeah, so I think that's something that's going to be important to because we're not doing anything like crafting or physically doing anything, so it's just talking. So it's kind of hard to say, okay, hold on, and then I've done that a couple times. past, but
That's what you have to do. You have to like stop it. Like I found that out just, I mean, recently, you know, that's the best way to do it when we're all like when us three girls are on, Yvonne and I watch chat. Ray doesn't, you know, so
Yeah.
she and I will read chat and we'll have conversations. We'll tell Ray if somebody says something to her. But like if other, like when Blood was up there the other day, like he started reading chat when I was crafting.
Mhm.
So you have to have one reader.
Right.
You know, that's honestly, it's hard with me being on my phone and not having my tablet in here. I feel horrible because I haven't been seeing chat unless I pop it up on my phone, but then you guys go away. So
I know Yvonne and Angel is good at reading. She reads everything. Like when she's in your stream, she's constantly reading the chat. I'm like, oh wow, like she's on it. But yeah, I'm kind of bad. I don't know. I like it's something I've gotten better at, but I still, this is good because I can see, but it's slow to update some of the comments, so I don't see them for a little while. Versus my channel, like, but my problem is, okay, so like when I'm playing on PlayStation, my games, it's on the same screen. I can see the chat right next to, like they're right next to each other, right? The screen in the chat, so I can read it while I'm playing and I see it quicker. When I'm on here, I have two screens and my chat's all the way on the other side and I'm on this screen to my left. So I have to constantly stop to turn to focus on what's going on in chat. And when you're playing the game, you can't always just stop what you're doing to turn to read it. I don't have it right next to me to see it pop up. So I find it hard for me to follow chat sometimes. And I think that's one of my problems with my community when I do the gaming. But when I'm on the solo chat, like, okay, so no panel, but I'm just doing chit chat, then I'm all over the comments. Like I read everyone. I'm right in there with everybody.
yeah,
but
you get really far behind.
Yeah, this can be a little tricky, but I'm learning it. But I'm not
I like
shy
to give
when I
you
go
shit
into
when
other
you get
people.
behind in chat.
I tried to catch up a couple times. I was trying to get in there.
Like for me, when we're doing a panel, I normally have this computer on so that I'm sitting this way and then the camera would look at me. But my chat was so far behind, I had to put it on StreamYard on this computer just to keep up with chat. Because nothing, YouTube is not liking me today.
Yeah, I pull it up on my tablet and watch it through YouTube, and then I can also see StreamYard chat on my phone, but I can only see 2 or 3 messages at a time. So like I can scroll back up through the StreamYard chat, but then I take the chance of touching one of the chats and popping it up on my screen. So I try not to do it that way, you know, so it is kind of, without having a computer, it does make it more difficult for me to do the StreamYard, but I'm just happy I can have a panel. I'm happy that I can, you know, and I just saw that Canada said, you know, a compliment in chat to me. So thank you for that. And yeah, it was a long time coming, but I knew I needed to do it. And I shouldn't have just ghosted the way that I did when I left, because that's what really made people mad. And they felt hurt, but I didn't really know how to explain. Sorry, I got all this shit on my plate. I got to go. You know, like I wanted to give more explanation than just that, but then I didn't want to put all my business out there. So it was kind of one of those things where it was just like, I had to. I didn't even go on social media. I didn't touch I didn't even answer my phone or answer my text messages. I didn't get on any type of social media. My family was getting mad at me because I wasn't answering back to them. And so finally I started answering the phone and text, but I stayed off of social media for almost a year.
Wow.
Solid. Like I was not anywhere on social media, and I was getting blown up when the one person did the rant on YouTube. There was a 30-minute rant of nothing but lies, rumors, and assumptions, and completely ruined my reputation. I mean, it looked like I had taken donations for something and ran. That's what this person made it look like. So me coming back to YouTube, yeah, I was scared shitless. You know, I was like, am I really going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to come back and face these people? And the people that it involved, there were donations for a flower memorial thing for a lady who lost her son to suicide. That's what the money was for. So it wasn't like it was just, you know, a random donation to go buy a craft supply or something, you know. And it was such a jacked up situation that the timing could not have been any more worse than the way it happened. So, I mean, I came back, I talked to everybody, and you know, so far it's been all good. I've had one YouTuber that has threatened me that if I take donations or do a fundraiser or anybody sends me money, she's going to out me for being a thief. But other than that, everything's been okay.
Jeez.
When I took my break, I only lost one person, and I really didn't care.
I lost 35 people the day that girl did the live stream rant. I lost 35 subscribers that one day.
I think the most I lost in a day was 12, and I don't know why. I think it was a purge, but I'm not really sure. It was just random.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I've had a few days where I've lost quite a bit, but lately it's just been like maybe 2 people, you know, every couple of days. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna have to get going, guys, because it is 10 o'clock here.
Yeah.
Yep, it is.
I still have a couple things I have to do, and I was gonna end this I was gonna end this over an hour. That's so funny. Get chatty.
Well, look at that. You get those chatty women on here.
Yeah.
Start to say something else. That way on my channel for a second.
I need to get Canada in here, and she could start chatting too. Yeah, get her out.
But I'll be live later. I'm gonna come on here probably in about an hour.
Okay.
And I'll be on all night long.
I'm still awake. I'll pop in to say hi. I probably won't stay long. I'll probably be in bed, but because I got to work tomorrow. And
that's why I do day and night, so that I have, because you get different groups. You know, nighttime is my friends cross pond. You know, that's when they usually come in, and then the daytime stream is, and I have night owls that are here local too. But so, and I'm almost up to my watch time hours.
Oh,
I'm almost monetized. I'm 175 hours away. 175 because Yvonne keeps playing my playlist nonstop. She's adding 24 hours a day every day for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just checked it to make sure it was still working.
I'm way away from my hours. And I don't even have 1,000 subs, but still, it's okay.
I did. You keep doing these streams and you will. That's where it is. That your live streams, and you know, the more exciting the better. So you just make sure you tell people to share it out.
Yeah,
you know,
I do.
Share your stream.
I get a lot of people that do share. I'm waiting for that day when I get like that big raid, and then people are like boom, 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 and they start subbing, but then they never come back, and it's like, oh well, at least I have subs.
That right? At least they stop by.
Yeah.
I'll raid you sometime. We'll have to set it up to where like one day when I don't ever know when I'm gonna go on. I just randomly go.
Oh, no worries.
But we'll have to figure it out.
I wasn't saying that because so much. I wasn't trying to hint a raid, but
no.
That would be so much fun to raid him.
It would be fun.
I wouldn't read it. I wouldn't even know. I was kidding.
Right? He'd know a half hour later. Oh, I got raided. Hi guys. Bye guys.
Like 2 hours ago. Jeez, I can't
yep,
like 2 hours ago, Lord. Like, oh, my bad.
Oops.
No.
But no, we'll do that sometime. When Blood was on my panel the other day, we rated him, and I had 25 people in my chat when I ended my stream.
Oh, nice.
And that never happens. Like I usually have anywhere from 14 to like 23 people in my chat at one time, and to have 25 at the end, I was like, let's go raid him. So, and he reached over 100 in his stream that day, and I was on his panel at the time.
Jeez.
I was like, that was amazing.
That is.
He did that twice, didn't he?
Yep, he went 100. Yep.
100 people in there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100 people.
I think the most I had was 20 low 20s. I don't remember. At one point, I had gotten it, and then at one point when I came back, I was doing a chat stream, and I think it blew up at one point really high, and then it all just died off real fast. People come in to say hi and bounce out, which is fine. You know, I have to do that a lot because, you know, I'm doing things, and I can't just sit and be in, you know, on a stream or something. But all right,
The most
ladies.
I had was 41. Ralph's Trucking, my very first rate I ever got was Ralph's Trucking, and he rated me, and I had 41 people in my chat. I had 76 thumbs up on that video when I ended my live stream. That was I had like 7 days of watch time on that stream. It was amazing.
I think the most likes I've ever got was 40 something in one video. I was getting like high 20s and 30s for a while before I quit last year, or before I pulled back, I should say, because I didn't quit until later. But I got to a point where I was averaging that many likes and getting like well over 100 views almost every video or stream. But again, that all started to slow down, and then I ended up backing off more, and then it just kept declining. But now I'm lucky if I get 30. I'm lucky if I get 20 likes and 30 views. So, but
we'll have to figure out how to get you going, get you
it's
more out there, because it's a good place. Your chat's a good place to be, period. Yeah. And that's, you know, that's why I'm happy that you've gotten people from my stream. You know, I'm glad that you've come in there, and at random times, even if it is just here and there, then that gives me the opportunity to say, hey, you know, that's my bobblehead buddy, you know, go check him out. So I like that, you know, it's all about support.
It's hard though.
I understand. You got a job and a wife and kids and, you know, the real world. So
yeah, too much of that and not enough of the YouTube world. No, just kidding.
That's right. Well, thanks for having me on panel.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. It was awesome.
I really appreciate it too.
Get some more people next time and rock it out. But thank you guys.
Yeah.
I hope you have a wonderful stream. I'll try to be on there later. And Yvonne, the next one, I'll be there. So.
All right.
If you get it working.
Yeah. YouTube hates me.
All right.
I got it figured out.
Well, thank you guys, and I'll see you.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody in the chat. Thank you.
Bye, in chat.
Bye.
Bye.